where a gunman opened fire inside a church.
2 female victims were pronounced deceased at the scene. The other 2 victims, both male, were transported to a local hospital.
And one is in critical condition. Lexington Police Chief Lawrence Weathers says it all started at a traffic stop when the gunman shot and wounded a state trooper who's stable and recovering, and then
the suspect carjacked a vehicle in the 3700 block of Bellawood Drive before fleeing the area.
And then going to that church where, after firing the deadly shots, police killed that gunman who Weathers says may have had a connection to the church. Special U.S. Envoy Keith Kellogg is in Kyiv this morning as the U.S. gets ready to send Patriot missiles and other military aid to Ukraine to help battle Russia's invasion. President Trump will meet with NATO's leader today after telling reporters at Joint Base Andrews.
I am very disappointed with President Putin. And I thought he was somebody that meant what he said, and he'll talk so beautifully and then he'll bomb people at night. We don't like that.
The president seems convinced now that Russia is not serious about a peace deal as the war there grinds on. And he appears open now to support an effort in the Senate to ratchet up sanctions to damage the Russian economy. There is already strong bipartisan support to make that happen.
That's Fox's Doug Luzader. Back to the president. It was 1 year ago yesterday when he survived an assassination attempt at the campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania.
God was protecting me, Brian. I'll tell you, it's the more you think about it, the more you see it. I don't like to think about it much.
A new Senate Homeland Security Committee report blames the Secret Service for a cascade of errors, including communication failures, handling security at that Trump rally where a gunman grazed the president's ear, but also killed a man in the crowd. Now, President Trump's going to go to London in September, invited for a 3-day state visit that will be hosted by King Charles, the first president to get a second state visit in the UK. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
New concerns about flooding and how Hoosiers are responding. Your radar is clear. It's 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. It's going to be another humid one today, going up to 86. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. 35 more members of Indiana Task Force 1 are headed to Texas today to help with search and rescue efforts as heavy rain continues to fall along the Guadalupe River. They will join 49 other members of Task Force 1 who are already on the ground. In Indianapolis yesterday,
you're calling for people to commit suicide. That is, first of all, that's hate speech, right? By any rational administration, he'd be up on charges for that.
A man told Wish TV he was turned away when he tried to attend a service at Sure Foundation Baptist Church, a church accused of calling for the death penalty and suicide for members of the LGBTQ plus community. This man, who is biologically a male and identifies as a woman, was also protesting outside the church on Sunday.
I'm almost 70, and I've been a Christian most all of my life, and I'm bothered by the vitriol and the hate that's come out of this.
And the protest was attended and supported by a movement called the 50501 movement. If you're going to be active outside when it's hot, do this to prevent heat-related illnesses. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
Local physician assistant Megan Kaser is recommending a few things for those that'll be outside this summer, either exercising or practicing ahead of their sports season.
Infants, young children, those are particularly vulnerable groups to experiencing heat-related illness. And some of those symptoms that we want to watch out for are like unusual heavy sweating, muscle cramping, shortness of breath, dizziness, weakness, headaches.
Kaser said now's a good time for student athletes and kids to get their physicals too. It's preferred that a child sees their pediatrician 6 to 8 weeks before a sports season starts. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the Indiana Fever beat the Dallas Wings rather convincingly, 102 to 83. Caitlin Clark, a double-double, 14 points, 13 assists. The Fever hit the road for back-to-back road games starting Tuesday in Boston against the Connecticut Sun. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go, and at WIBC.com, traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
You know, sometimes dealing with home service contractors can be frustrating, whether it's missed appointments, sloppy workmanship, or just a general sense of indifference about helping you. Frustrating hardly describes that experience, Hammer.
And that's why we want to welcome a new advertiser to the Hammer and Nigel family, somebody you're going to be hearing quite a bit about in the coming months, Victor's Home Solutions.
Victor's installs the highest quality roofs available for your home, and they take all those negative stereotypes and turn them on their head.
They start with the basics, prompt, follow-up, showing up to appointments on time. And then they go above and beyond with installation teams that are so skilled, so precise, that Victor's is able to offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install.
5-star customer service and perfect installation. You're going to be really impressed with Victor's. They're the only roofer Hammer and I recommend to our listeners. It all starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. Call 1-866-VICTORS or victors.com.
Okay, a reminder on the northeast side that a ramp closed over the weekend. It's going to be down until mid-September. This is eastbound 465 to Benford Boulevard, not I-69, okay? This is the exit ramp to Benford Boulevard southbound from eastbound 465, okay? That's going to be closed until September 9th at 6 a.m. That's the information I have, and this is because of the Clear Path construction project, that huge redesign of I-465 and 69 on the northeast side. By the way, that's supposed to be done at the end of the year. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Ryan Morris, Wish TV meteorologist. Wish TV meteorologist. I said it right. What's going on?
Yeah, close enough. We do have some fog out there this morning. If you are driving north and west of Indianapolis, that is where we're seeing visibility under a mile at times. Dense fog advisories out for Lafayette and points to the north and west. Those will be expiring at 9 o'clock this morning. We'll have fog starting to decrease from our map in the next couple of hours. Turning partly cloudy this afternoon. Very isolated rain chance, primarily south of I-70, but most of us dry for today. Temperatures in the mid-80s tonight. Partly cloudy, could see some more fog in the early morning. Low temperatures in the lower 70s for Tuesday. Partly cloudy, temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. We're going to have spotty downpours, on and off showers and storms through the afternoon on Tuesday. Severe weather is not expected. And scattered rain chances expected Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, with the focus on the afternoon and evening hours.
That's Ryan Morse from Wish TV. Blame him. That's all I had. That's all I had for that. Ryan, thank you. Appreciate it quite a bit. 67 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:07. There are some people who just want to pick a fight. There's no fight to be had. There's no point in doing it. And they're like, nope, I gotta bring on the snark. Gotta show how tough I am. All right, you do you. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on? J.D. Vance brought his family to Disneyland. They went to Southern California. They, what was that, Anaheim? And they went to Disneyland. And there's video, and there's the security, there's the kids, there's the second lady, Usha Vance. Everybody's having a good time. Gavin Newsom is the governor of California. You know this by the oil slick that's in his hair. And he states, hope you enjoy your family time, J.D. Vance. The families you're tearing apart certainly won't. Oh, so a man can't bring his family to Disneyland, shouldn't come to California, shouldn't bring the family, shouldn't be hanging out, shouldn't be spending his money. Nope. Don't come to California. Last week, we learned about a raid that took place at a cannabis farm. This cannabis farm was hiring people who were here illegally and had up to 10 children, the last report was 10 children, working there, it seems, 8 of whom had no connection to any adult. The only way this could be described is child slave labor. That cannabis farm is a donor to Governor Gavin Newsom. Are these the families he's talking about being torn apart? Or is this just, once again, yet another progressive totally fine with the idea of illegal immigration, however you want to turn it. The problem is vacation. There's a theme. Sometimes I get very theme focused, and I've got it for something else. And the theme is that there is no capacity for the political left to connect with Americans. On every issue, they find a way to push you away. They find a way to push away anybody who may not like Trump, who may not like Republicans, who may not like this policy or that policy. Well, let's see what the other guys have. Oh, my gosh, those people are crazy. Every single time. Just let the guy go on vacation. Close your mouth. Don't make it a story, man. Just do your stuff. Like poorly run for president. Nope. Gotta prove that you can't get a single voter. Bravo, Gavin. Bravo. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. All the rain that we've been talking about coming through and the storms that come through, and many of you have lost power because of these storms. What is your plan for the next storm? Because you know as well as I do the next storm is coming. You need to talk to Generac and you need to talk to Generator Supercenter about getting your free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home. Generator Supercenter, that's where you go. The nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. A free estimate, so easy to do. You call them, you talk to them. Check out the showroom right where 96th meets 69, because they have all these different styles of generators. You got to find the one that works best for your home, for your business, for what it is you're trying to get done. You trying to keep the business up and running? You're just trying to keep the family safe and comfortable, keep the food in the fridge from spoiling, a whole bunch of things. Generator Supercenter. That's the place to call. Whether it's that snowy weather, the ice on the power lines, whether it's the power grid just going out, Generator Supercenter will make sure you're covered with a Generac automatic standby generator, and financing is available with low monthly payments. Talk to Generator Supercenter today. 317-827-0808. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter. 827-0808.
This is Alex Brown. Northwest Indiana is primed for a resurgence. More at 6:32 on Inside Indiana Business. Brought to you by the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
Pat Sullivan here for Gutter Helmet. Are you still putting screens on your gutters? You know, if the holes are too big, debris gets in, and you're still cleaning your gutters. If the holes are too small, it sits on top, and now you're cleaning the screens. I have Gutter Helmet on my home, and it has no holes, slots, or screens. It keeps the debris out and the water in. Since 1981, Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection. Right now, Gutter Helmet is offering a 17% discount plus 12 months, no interest financing if paid in full within 12 months. Call 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, to schedule a free estimate. 17% off, restrictions apply, and cannot be combined with other offers. Call Gutter Helmet today at 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, or gutterhelmetindy.com, and never clean your gutters again.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
We've got traffic, and we've got Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center to make sense of it. What's going on, man?
Yeah, east side, Tony. Northbound 465 slows, east 56 up to 75th, and now we're seeing a bit of traffic coming up from the south side. It's northbound 65, Raymond into the south split because of the construction zone where they're adding another travel lane to I-65. That is a slowdown in that construction zone, so please be careful in that. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Services. Water damaging your home? Contact Indiana Foundation Service, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at IndianaFoundationService.com. Licensed in all 50 states where work is performed. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:15.
Have recent storms caused damage to your roofing or siding? Cochran Exteriors is now offering free inspections to assess the condition of your home, from blown-offs to full replacements. Cochran Exteriors knows the insurance process and will make your home as good as new as fast as possible. Trust a company that was here before the storm and will be long after. For your free, no-obligation consultation, schedule today at CochranExteriors.com or call 317-ROOFING. Cochran Exteriors, referred for a reason for over 15 years.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
I need love to ease my mind.
So the word on the street is that there's going to be a lot more help for Ukraine coming very, very soon. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What is going on? A new plan to arm Ukraine could be coming today. The difference is that the plan involves offensive weapons. The difference is this is Trump saying to the world, I know I don't like forever wars, but the issue here for MAGAville is something great. How do you square the circle if we're now engaged in this kind of movement? What does an aggressive plan begin to look like? How many weapons are we talking about here? Offensive weapons, long-range missiles, Patriot defense systems. And does that involve U.S. troops to train Ukrainians on these weapons, on these systems? We already know we've got a deal on mineral rights, which I always assumed would come with people to protect those mineral rights and those investments. But add to this the statement from Senator Lindsey Graham, who is a hawk anytime there's an opportunity to be a hawk. He always has been. But this was him on Face the Nation. You tell me what this means.
Well, just stay tuned for tomorrow's announcement. The idea of America selling weapons to help Ukraine is very much in play. We've given Ukraine a lot. We've given them money. We've given them military aid. We now have a minerals agreement with Ukraine that's worth trillions of dollars. So I don't want to get ahead of the president, but stay tuned about seized assets. The Europeans want to limit the interest on the assets to go to Ukraine. Secretary Bessent wants to go further. Stay tuned about a plan to go after the seized assets more aggressively. Stay tuned for a plan where America will begin to sell to our European allies tremendous amount of weapons that can benefit Ukraine. Putin has calculated that we would get tired and Europe would get weary. He made a huge mistake. NATO is bigger and stronger, and we're more committed than ever to make sure he does not take Ukraine by force. So Congress is on the verge of passing the most consequential sanction package in the history of the country. It will give President Trump tools he doesn't have today, a literal sledgehammer. And the big offender here is China, India, and Brazil.
Those would be the BRICS nations, BRICS. It's a grouping of those nations as a way of engaging in the countering of the United States being the world superpower. First, we discussed this last week, that Trump takes Putin's rebuffing personal. There's no question about it. Secondly, Trump really does have no capacity to handle war at all. It's just not his want. I'm not saying he can't do the fight. I'm saying that he doesn't want the thing. He can't fathom it. Doesn't make any sense to him. Doesn't sit in a level of comfort with him at all. Just to allow it to happen as he's there. But this is a split. It is what it is. It is a split from MAGAville. It is a split from J.D. Vance in a very, very large way. And there's going to be a question about how Trump squares the circle. What is interesting is in the last couple of days, I stopped talking about the Epstein files. They won't stop talking about them. Oh, what happened over the weekend with this event, this conference that took place down in Tampa. Man, after hearing from Tucker Carlson there, I'm curious if Charlie Kirk sits at home and goes, okay, this is now a problem. For him, for those who attend, not great. Not great. If I wanted to hear that speech, I would have tuned into Ilhan Omar. Oh, that's so mean, Tony. Well, kind of. There's a shoe and it's fitting. Listen, you want to have people debate subjects. That's cool. You do that. That's not what happened with Tucker Carlson. Oh my goodness. But you have people still bothered by what's going on with the non-release of the Epstein files. And you've got Trump tripling down on why are you talking about this thing? That is a moment of tone deaf. The other one, when it comes to arming Ukraine, is a matter of, didn't we know Trump was always going to do this? I'm sorry, we did. We discussed it right here. So I don't know now. These are two subjects within MAGAville. I don't know how he's going to square that circle. I don't know if everybody's going to come along with him. I'm curious to see what happens next. Now, I think the left looks at this and says, ooh, there's an opportunity. Oh, trust me, these people can't connect with anyone. Anyone, anywhere, they cannot connect with a voter. And no one outside of Andrew Schultz is going to say, I voted for Trump, what a mistake, now I'm going to vote for Bernie. He's a comic, and it's just a weird. Like the comics started playing the sports realm, right? They thought because they know how to talk, they could talk about anything, but they didn't have a basis for what it is that they were saying. So they engaged the populism. Things changed. They never thought that those things could change because they didn't understand the philosophical underpinnings, and now they're just flailing and looking for something else. It's sad. You have to spend some time thinking before you speak. You can't just assume because you've got a good turn of phrase, you've got an expertise. It is not the way it works. The sports guys are terrible at this. I caught Stephen A. Smith. He was on with Chris Cuomo, which is an embarrassing show on News Nation, and I forget. I will try and find it for you. I forget what he was screaming about. And it was just like, this is the guy who gets $100 billion from ESPN? This is crazy. And everybody just taking these audiences they built and just giving them whiplash because there is no consistency. There is no philosophical set or philosophy guiding people down a path or guiding ideas, and then people can agree or disagree with the ideas. Nothing. What you are watching amongst the influencers is just empty vessel stuff. They have no basic core. None. They have their feelings. And we don't need that. Now, do we need to get ourselves further engaged in Ukraine? Well, that's a different conversation altogether. The providing of weapons, I don't mind. I've never minded. I'm on the record there. And then there's the story that NATO is paying for the weapons. Did you hear this? This was the Washington Times. This was last week, right? No, yeah, it was Friday. It was just as the week ended last week. President Trump saying, quote, "We're sending weapons to NATO, and NATO is paying for those weapons 100%. So what we're doing is the weapons that are going out are going to NATO, and then NATO is going to be giving those weapons to Ukraine, and NATO is paying for those weapons." That was in a phone interview with Kristen Welker over at Meet the Press. So we're not arming Ukraine because of an emotional response to Trump or anything else. No. It's a jobs program. Is that his argument? I mean, I don't even know if I'm opposed to that argument, but I'm just curious. We're not doing this to stop the Russian threat. We're doing this because there's a paycheck. Interesting stuff. Matt Bear has got traffic on the 5s. What's going on, Matthew?
All right, Tony. Northbound 65 starting to slow around Keystone Avenue because of the construction that goes on until the south split. And we do have a ramp closed on the east side because of construction. That's southbound 465 to Shadeland Avenue. Now, you can still go to I-70 in both directions. You just can't make it from southbound to Shadeland Avenue, and that is the case for a couple of weeks here until July 25th. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now with Dream Baths by B, get 2 bathroom remodels for the price of 1, plus a free entry door in 24 months, same as cash with 0 interest. Trust a local, trust employee owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
I'm sure someone in the government will do something stupid. We'll tell you about it Monday.
Join us 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Applied Innovation customer Alicia Staley, office manager for McEnany Roofing, has reduced dependency on paper with a document management solution from Applied Innovation.
So it makes looking for documents pretty much effortless.
With this paperless solution and improved workflow, you recommend Applied Innovation?
Oh, yes. I like to talk to a lot of different people. I'm the social butterfly, so as much as I can spread how wonderful they are, I definitely do. And I've never had such prompt customer service and care like this with any other company.
Your slogan, innovative solution since 1985, is perfect for your Applied Innovation partnership.
There's a lot of benefits. I have to say, number 1, definitely a great partnership. 2, financial-wise, we have saved a lot of money by signing up with Applied Innovation.
Start your partnership and save money. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9379. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9379. That's 800-575-9379. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
A diagnosis of Alzheimer's can make it a struggle to communicate with loved ones. This is Tina McIntosh, president of Joy's House and co-host of the Caregiver Crossing radio program. In a moment, I've got a tip which often helps that will be music to your ears. Don't go away.
Cardon & Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized service. Visit cardon.us to find a community near you.
A growing number of studies show the power of music's role in those living with Alzheimer's. The next time a loved one seems to be tuned out, gently place headphones on them or simply turn on one of their favorite songs. Watch their eyes light up and don't be surprised if they sing along or start chatting about the tune. More tips like this are available anytime at caregivercrossingradio.org. With new weekly content created by Joyce House and distributed in partnership with Network Indiana, we're an on-air and online support group for Hoosier family caregivers. Hear conversations with experts, access a library of online education, and more at caregivercrossingradio.org.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Another country hoping to avoid the U.S. imposed tariffs. Your radar is clear. 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 86 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Window Nation. Here's what's trending at 6:30. The European Union is hoping to avoid President Trump's 30% tariffs on August 1st.
America's largest trading partner, the European Union, says it's willing to negotiate a trade deal with the U.S. This as the Trump administration is threatening to impose a 30% tariff on European exports starting August 1st. That's unless a new trade agreement can be reached. The European Union also saying it will delay trade countermeasures against the U.S. in order to allow more time to work out an agreement.
And that's Fox's Chanley Painter in New York.
Zohran Mamdani will be the downfall of New York City. This is the financial capital of the world. This is a city that was built on capitalism.
Republican Representative Mike Lawler from New York speaking with Fox News.
Those buildings didn't rise because of socialism or communism or seizing the means of production, as Zohran recently called for.
And most polls have Mamdani up on favorite or incumbent Eric Adams and Republican Curtis Sliwa. Former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo will be launching an independent campaign later this week. The parents of a 5-year-old found out the hard way why you should never leave your phone unattended, especially around the tiny fingers with big spending power.
In a viral TikTok video posted by the boy's mom, a stunned dad is seen confronting his son, who casually ordered 7 toy cars from Amazon, spending over $3,000 with another $700 in the cart before being caught. The clip then cuts to the Amazon order that reads like a little kid's Christmas list to Santa, prompting one commenter to remark, he took Christmas in July to a whole new level. The parents were said to be in the process of explaining to the bank and to Amazon what happened and looking for a full return of the items purchased. Experts say kids racking up charges through apps and online shopping is becoming more common and also more costly. Ted Lindner, Fox News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Alex Brown. Northwest Indiana is continuing to ride a new wave of momentum fueled by transformational infrastructure projects and historic investment in downtowns throughout the region. Among them is the planned Lake County Convention Center in Gary, which Mayor Eddie Melton said on Inside Indiana Business Television will be a major boon for the region.
$140 million investment. In conjunction with the Hard Rock Casino, you think about we went from 0 hotels in Gary, and we have nearly 1,000 hotel rooms with 300 that the Hard Rock is going to produce in their own hotel, and another 2 hotels across the street.
Melton and other community stakeholders hope the investment helps turn the area into an entertainment hub. Amazon is now hiring for more than 1,000 full-time positions as it prepares to finally open its new 800,000 square foot fulfillment center in Elkhart. The online retail giant says the jobs come with an average starting wage of over $19 per hour plus benefits. Evansville-based Separation by Design is looking to more than double the size of its operations with a planned expansion. The company, which manufactures and distributes custom fuel systems for the oil, gas, and renewable fuels industries, says the planned expansion will result in up to 25 new jobs. This is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress. From the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, investing connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
We build Indiana.
The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care, and deliveries keep moving. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Indiana University Health is planning to invest $214 million to grow healthcare services in Tippecanoe County through its Greater Lafayette Community Growth Project. As part of the investment, the health system said Friday it will build a new hospital in West Lafayette and add a state-of-the-art cancer center on the Arnett Hospital campus in Lafayette. IU Health said the initiative will result in 210 new full-time jobs by 2030. Construction on both the cancer center and hospital is expected to begin in 2026, with both facilities projected to open in 2028. I'm Alex Brown for 93 WIBC.
All right, Alex, looking at the south side, northbound 65 is slow. Raymond Street into the south split, that's a construction zone. And northbound 65 slow out of the north split to West Street. By the way, on the northeast side, a ramp is closed, and it's closed until mid-September. This is eastbound 465 to Benford. Tough one to lose. You can still go eastbound to northbound 69, but you will not be able to make that exit from eastbound to Benford Boulevard until around September 9th. We'll keep you up to date. Traffic sponsored by Engledow Tree Experts. From storm damage to deep root care, Engledow Tree Experts keep your trees strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit EngledowTreeExperts.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 6:36. Let's check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's happening?
Tony, good morning. The Indiana Fever have now won 2 straight games after Sunday's 19-point win over the Dallas Wings. Caitlin Clark, 14 points, 13 assists. Just one of 5 Fever players to score in double figures. Final score 102-83.
30 assists on 40 made shots is about as good as it's going to get. That's really impressive, and I think it just shows the selflessness of this group is you're just trying to find your teammate, trying to get to the next action, trying to give up a good shot for a great shot.
And the Fever's 30 assists tied a franchise record. They're on the road for back-to-back games, starting in Boston against Connecticut on Tuesday. Alex Palou picked up his 7th IndyCar win of the season at Iowa on Sunday.
What an incredible weekend for us, getting the pole, getting the win today, fighting and going through traffic. It's true that strategy helped us a little bit there, but it's awesome to get another win.
On IndyCar Radio Sports, brought to you by Ball State Athletics, I'm Ryan Hedrick. On the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Quality Supply and Tool, your premier supplier of construction equipment, tools, and supplies, is looking for drivers to serve out of their Indianapolis location. They're currently accepting applications for both CDL and non-CDL drivers. Quality Supply and Tool offers competitive pay to qualified applicants. Please contact Brian Myers for more information at 317-690-2016. That's Brian Myers at Quality Supply and Tool, 317-690-2016. 317-690-2016.
From storm damage to deep root care, Engledow Tree Experts keep your trees strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit EngledowTreeExperts.com.
So there's Donald Trump, President of the United States. And he and Melania Trump are up in what I refer to as the Meadowlands, having grown up in Jersey. And it is for the World Cup club. Right? The Club World Cup for FIFA. And it's Chelsea against, I never know, is it Paris Saint-Germain or is it Germain? I don't know. They refer to it as PSG. Meanwhile, Chelsea just obliterated them, ripped them completely asunder. It was nuts. So Trump's there, Melania Trump's there. Time to give the trophy presentation. Trump is part of this. They get him, and I forget the other guy's name, to hand the trophy to Chelsea. After they hand the trophy to Chelsea, which is the name of the team, not Clinton, the guy from FIFA kind of walks off. Not Trump. Trump stays on the stage in the middle of the pitch, in the middle of Giant Stadium. Chelsea starts celebrating, and there's Trump just clapping along, laughing like a lunatic.
سلم لقب البطولة لجيمس الذي سيرفع اللقب سيرفع الكاس وتشيلسي يتوج لأن المجد يعرف طريقه لأن الكبار.
Trust me, that guy's very excited. And Trump is in the middle of it. So in every single photo of Chelsea winning this World Cup competition, in every single one, all over the UK, there's Trump. If I'm Keir Starmer, I'm mad. It's so good. It is the greatest photobomb of all time. Spectacular. You can tell me that people in the crowd booed Trump. Who cares? Puts himself in a very funny position. The guy seems like he's having a good time, and it connects. It connects. That's the story. I'm going to dig into this on Tony Katz today at noon. If you caught the show sheet that got posted, you'll see it there. Or actually, it was a story I posted yesterday. Trump connects with lots of people across lots of parts of the spectrum. And the political left doesn't connect with anybody. They don't connect with a single person. Why is that? We will get into that. That is going to come up today at noon on Tony Katz Today. You should tune in. It's a heck of a show. There will be pie. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Historic flooding.
This is a 100-year catastrophe.
Lives shattered.
Dedicated, searching for every single one of the children.
It's horrible. I have grandchildren that I couldn't imagine them flowing down a river.
Support Texas flood relief efforts by going to SALArmyEDS.org. Whatever you can spare will help.
It is undescribable and catastrophic.
From 93.
This is a national emergency.
WIBC.
Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth. I imagine your retirement dreams look a lot different than mine, unless you're planning on moving to the Canary Islands, okay? We have different goals and goals that require their own unique plans. That's where Trajan Wealth's fiduciary advisors come in. Hello, let Trajan Wealth help you craft a plan that will meet your goals. Call Trajan Wealth today, 317-480-4040, or visit TrajanWealth.com. Your first appointment is free. Trajan can really help you with all of your money matters. Well, treating you like family. That's why I hired Trajan. Their approach to my wants and needs made me feel at ease. It offered peace of mind. Call the team I work with at Trajan Wealth to help you develop a plan that will meet your financial goals and offer you the same thing, peace of mind. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Everyone is talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation. Like your neighbor Dennis.
I was in the process of refinishing my garage and, trying to turn it into a man cave. So I started searching, online, and I ran across Galaxy.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings is not epoxy. It's better.
First thing I wanted to do initially is I wanted to repair where the concrete had eroded. They said they could do that. I said, well, heck, let me go ahead and get the entire floor covered.
Commercial or residential, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
They were so courteous and respectful of the home and the property. And when they're done, they cleaned up, picked up, swept up. It was like they were never there.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com now. That's Galaxy Concrete Coatings. And remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We're out of this world.
I would recommend Galaxy over any other competitor, hands down. You're going to be taken care of and you're going to be satisfied. These guys know what they're doing.
Big stories locally, big moves in Washington. WIBC.com keeps you updated throughout the day with all the news that matters, plus traffic, weather, and more on your phone, your laptop, wherever you are. It's news when you need it.
Guys, fight back against low energy with TRT at Low T Center. TRT has never been easier with the new app powered by Synergen X Health.
Take the test, get the results, and control the treatment right from your phone. Book right now while the test is free. FixMyLowT.com.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear, what's going on?
All right, Tony, northbound 65 out of the north split, it slows out to West Street, and northbound 65 dragging into the south split from Raymond because of construction. And a reminder, on the east side, the exit from southbound 465 to Shadeland Avenue shut down. It's closed until Friday, July 29th, so a 2-week sentence on this because of construction. Again, it's the ramp from southbound 465 to Shadeland. You can still exit to I-70 going towards Indianapolis. You just can't make that Shadeland Avenue slip ramp there. Traffic sponsored by Engel Down Tree Experts. From storm damage to deep root care, Engel Down Tree Experts keep your tree strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit EngelDownTreeExperts.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement $999.99 and qualifying forwarded. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
I don't know anything about this church, but what the hell you doing, guys? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Shore Foundation Baptist Church. I don't know anything about these people. I don't know their story. I don't know their history. I did see that last week there was this story about them saying that people who are, do I have it right? People who are gay should be killed. This is what they're putting out into the world. Again, I want to make sure I've got the story correct and accurate, because there were people protesting outside the church because of this message. The story is over there at Wish TV. The sermon was entitled "Pray the Gay Away." There's nothing good to be proud about being a word I can't use on radio. You ought to blow yourself in the head, in the back of the head. You're so disgusting, according to one, I don't know if it's a parishioner or a pastor or whatever they would refer to themselves, from the pulpit. And the event was streamed live onto the Facebook page. In an email statement to Wish TV, quote, "He's only calling for the death penalty and suicide for the actual sodomites. The Bible teaches that those people are worthy of death. They are supposed to be executed by the government. We are not to take the law into our own hands." Okay, allow me for just a moment. This is nuts. You're wrong. This is the ugly stuff. This is not anything that should be taken as, ooh, this is a good message. This is gross. Just want to make sure I'm clear about this. Now, someone is going to foolishly say, oh, so you're in favor of the trans movement and the mutilation of children. I have an entire record on radio. No, the people, if you want to equate things, the people who want to mutilate children are on par with this. It's all the same pure, unadulterated evil as far as I'm concerned, but it is what it is. Guys, disagree with something. Fine. Fight for it. Absolutely. If you want to raise your children in a conversation of homosexuality is wrong, you are allowed to do so. Kill the other guy for being gay? No, you're just wrong. Tony, you don't get to say that to a church. Oh, I do. Oh, I did. I've said it to the synagogues enough. Why can't I say it to a church? I say it to mosques and imams and Islamists all the time. What the hell are we doing? What possibly are we doing here? When stories like this come up, first of all, I'm always stunned. I admit, I am always stunned. But if you're not willing to speak out about this stuff when the madness is taking place, I don't know what it is that you're actually doing. I don't know. The church, if they want to say that the whole thing was taken out of context, if it wasn't them, maybe it was a hack like Elmo. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not see the Elmo hack? Producer Carl, did you see the Elmo hack?
No, I missed that one.
Oh. Release the files, Donald Trump, child blanker. In all caps, he's talking about the Epstein files. It's Elmo from Sesame Street, which was then followed up with kill all Jews. And then Elmo says all Jews should die, blank Jews. Donald Trump is Netanyahu's puppet because he is in the Epstein files. Sesame Street admits that Elmo was hacked, and Elmo is really sorry. I would do an Elmo impression, but no, that's you're not getting that from me. That's the, you know what? Guys got to have a standard. The answer is no. I will admit to you, I don't know how you see these things. I don't know how you discuss things with your family. This stuff is becoming harder and harder to discuss. If only because it's not that in my family we have any fear of talking, as one can imagine. But here's another day of, okay, guys, this just happened. Okay, this story just broke. Hey, Dad, did you see this thing? Yeah, I saw that. No, I didn't see that thing. Man, the hate is beyond belief. Now, I have often argued that the hate was always there, but at least people were quiet about it. Oh, the days of quiet are over, and the days of violence are upon us. And I will remind, it has nothing to do with being Jewish. This is all Western civilization stuff. Now, who hacked the Elmo account? I don't. You know Elmo from Sesame Street. Did I have to explain it was from Sesame Street, Producer Carl?
No.
Like, I always thought Elmo was one of those names, like Cher or Hammer. They're getting louder, much louder, and they are emboldened like it's hard to fathom. Oh, the violent days are upon us. And in every single instance, I'm like, what are we doing? Why in the world do we support this? Which takes us back to Tucker Carlson's speech with Turning Point, which was a gross mess. It was pseudo-intellectual, which is not the Tucker approach. And yes, people walked out, but plenty of people applauded. Ooh, bad times in the kingdom, kids. That's that much for sure. So for this church, stop being this way. For the people protesting the church, you're more than welcome to. Also, by the way, boys are not girls and girls are not boys. Never will be. Stop mutilating children and thinking it's okay. And for Elmo, new password. New password. And the password has to be better than Big Bird Sucks. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
All right, Tony. Looking at westbound 70 after rural, slow through the north split out to Meridian Pan, and a ramp that is closed on the east side. Look out at southbound 465 to Shadeland Avenue. You can still peel off to 70 like you're going towards downtown. That's no problem. You just can't exit to Shadeland from southbound 465, and that is a ramp closure for 2 weeks. We are looking at a sentence until July 25th. Also looking at northbound 65. Looks pretty good right now going through the Moon. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
It's Hammer and Nigel for Window Nation. You've been trying to stay cool during the dog days of summer, but if your windows are old and drafty, that might be hard to do. If the summer heat is seeping into your home and your utility bills keep rising, your windows could be the culprit. Save yourself from another month of discomfort by replacing your windows today with Window Nation. Right now, you can get 50% off all windows, plus 0 interest for 5 whole years. You heard that right. When you choose Window Nation to replace your windows, you won't pay any interest until 2030. Details at windownation.com.
And did I mention they'll get the job done in 1 day or less? Their installation crews have over a decade of experience, so you can feel comfortable knowing your windows are installed right the first time. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to procrastinate another day if I found a window company this good. Do not miss out on Window Nation's biggest deal of the year. 50% off all window styles right now. And remember, that comes with 0 interest until 2030. 866-90-NATION. That's 866-90-NATION, or visit windownation.com.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through July 21st, new customers can get started with 300 megabit internet and security edge for $69 a month for 24 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, find out how to get a $500 prepaid card for your business. Call and switch to Comcast Business today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings. Also, stop smoking with Mark Patrick. Destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Seminars July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 p.m. And Saturday, August 2nd at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
Why do so many basement companies want half the money up front? Could it be because it's easier to get than earning all your trust? At the Michaelis Corporation, they don't ask for a deposit until the job is done and you're completely satisfied. They even start with a free inspection to ensure you know exactly what your home needs without the guesswork. With over 35 years' experience, they've proven that trust is built on results, not deposits. Michaelis, building trust beneath your feet. Visit michaeliscorp.com.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock, because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Summer's in full swing, so come get that hot summer deal at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get $20,000 off select 2024 Lincoln Navigators, plus 0% for 72 months. Or lease a new 2025 Lincoln Corsair for just $499 per month at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP 110,425. Corsair MSRP 53,915. 3,500 due at lease signing. Zero security deposit. 36 months. 10,500 miles per year. Offers good through 7/31/2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, what a U.S. Senator is saying about the Trump assassination attempt a year later. At least 7 people killed in Indianapolis over the weekend, and what a local doctor is saying about heat-related illnesses. Those stories and more after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 7 o'clock.
Ukraine is getting more American help to battle Russia. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Trump detail all that today, meeting with NATO's leader.
They do need protection, but the European Union is paying for it. We're not paying anything for it, but we will send it. It'll be business for us, and we will send them Patriots, which they desperately need.
And a special envoy is there for talks.
U.S. envoy Keith Kellogg was welcomed to Kyiv with a hug from the Ukrainian president's chief of staff. This after President Trump promised he'd make a big announcement on support for Ukraine today, teasing last night that the Ukrainians are going to receive various pieces of very sophisticated military. The promise of support comes as Ukraine faces an intensifying Russian onslaught.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage in London, where President Trump will go in September for 3 days after an invite from King Charles, making history as the only president honored in the UK with a second state visit. He went there during his first term in 2019. Back to the president at Joint Base Andrews. He talked with reporters 1 year after surviving the assassination attempt at a Trump campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania.
It's a little bit of a dangerous profession being president, but I really don't like to think about it too much. I think you're better off not thinking about it.
The Senate report blames the Secret Service for errors and communication failures.
In a separate report from the Federal Government Accountability Office, it found that senior-level Secret Service agents were informed of a threat 10 days before the Butler rally, but failed to share that information with the local and federal agencies. That report also identifies a series of procedural and planning mistakes.
Fox's Chanley Painter, a state trooper, and 2 others are recovering in Kentucky after a traffic stop led to a carjacking and a shooting inside a church where 2 women were killed until police shot and killed the gunman.
Preliminary information indicates that the suspect may have had a connection to the individuals at the church.
Lexington Police Chief Lawrence Weathers. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
8 bullets, an election, and the response a year later. Your radar is clear. It's 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 86 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. U.S. Senator Jim Banks says his phone started ringing on the afternoon of July 13th, 24, shortly after a bullet grazed then presidential candidate Donald Trump's ear during a campaign event. Several people were shot, and 1 person was killed.
Still 1 year later, we don't know enough about the man who tried to kill Donald Trump, if others were involved. There certainly hasn't been enough transparency, but President Trump is focused on saving our country and getting our country back on track.
And police say Thomas Matthew Crooks fired 8 shots at Trump from a rooftop. 1 bullet grazed his ear. A Secret Service sniper killed Crooks during the incident. The FBI is still looking into this. The Marion County Coroner's Office confirmed Sunday that 7 people died in separate shootings across Indianapolis over the weekend, including a 2-year-old girl and a 12-year-old boy. That 12-year-old boy was found in a parking lot along 38th Street. Police continue to look into all these cases, but so far, in each and every one of these cases, no arrests have been made. 35 more members of Indiana Task Force 1 are headed to Texas to help with search and rescue efforts after heavy rain continues to fall from slow-moving storms. With rising concerns about the Guadalupe River, those 35 members will join the 49 other members that are already on the ground. A local physician assistant is reminding student athletes to get their physical if they haven't already done so. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
Megan Kaser with Optum Primary Care in Carmel says a sports physical can help identify health conditions that could impact a child's participation in a sport before they begin their season.
It's recommended for kids to see their pediatrician, for a routine child visit to check for any signs of an underlying heart condition, mental health concerns.
If you're wanting to be active outside when it's hot, too, Kaser recommends doing so when temperatures are at their lowest and drinking plenty of water every day, not just when it's hot. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Speaking of hot, the Indiana Fever are hot. They've won back-to-back games. They beat the Dallas Wings on Sunday, 102-83. Head coach Stephanie White on what the team did well.
30 assists on 40 made field goals is really good. We took care of the ball. 23 points off of turnovers is really good. I thought we rebounded the ball, fairly well.
5 players scored in double figures. Caitlin Clark scored 14 points and dished out 13 assists, also a career high 5 steals. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go. And at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at northbound 65. It's slow before and after the north split, like after the flyover ramp out to Meridian. Fan, we're dragging a bit there. Northbound 65 doesn't look bad at the moment through the construction on the south side. A little bit of a slowdown around Raymond Street. And a ramp that's closed on the east side is southbound 465 to Shadeland Avenue. That is a 2-week sentence. It should reopen around July 25th, weather permitting. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code radio for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with Traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. Well, we got a little bit of patchy fog in some spots, especially north and west of Indianapolis. Is that the foghorn?
Okay. Carl?
That was good.
Carl?
Yeah?
Let me.
Okay.
Right? I love that you're excited. I'm thrilled, but if we're going to do a foghorn, we do Randy Ollis. Do you see how this works?
Oh,
That's Randy Ollis as the foghorn. All right?
that is spectacular. Does he have his own folder or something in your little computer? And
Yeah. So I've got Randy Ollis with the fog, and then I've got this.
Come on, Mayor Joe, let's do it.
Talking about getting ice on the roads. And then when I find something very agreeable, I've got Tara Hastings.
Yes. Spectacular.
Yes, that's it. And while I've got you here, before we get to the rest of the weather, really quick, you can turn off the music for a second there. Producer Carl. This is the second time I've gotten an email from a not so great admirer of yours and mine.
No.
Who thinks that these conversations are the worst things in the world that we do, that it's mediocre when I talk to you or I talk to Matt. So allow me to say, clearly, I'll do anything I damn well want.
Yep.
Have a nice day. That was it.
I do believe your name is on the show.
Yeah, this is accurate. Thank you for recognizing, Tara. Not the Carl in the morning sound effect, symposium.
Right.
Thank you. Finish
Although
up,
I do
please.
appreciate that. That was good. Some patchy fog in the morning. We'll look for partly cloudy skies later this afternoon. An isolated chance of a downpour south of I-70 later this afternoon. Highs will be in the mid-80s. It's going to feel more like 90 with the higher humidity values. Tonight, partly cloudy. A few more areas of patchy fog could be possible. Lows in the mid-70s, mild and muggy. Tomorrow, much of the same, partly cloudy, a hit-or-miss shower or thunderstorm possible in the afternoon with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Yes. Perfect.
Thank you, Tara.
You are welcome.
Tara Hastings, right there. Wish TV meteorologist. Carl, anything to add?
Meow.
Thank you, Carl. 69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 7:08. have spoken more than once about safety in the city of Indianapolis. And we have spoken about issues that I believe exist all around. We've spoken about the Chief Bailey, and we've asked questions about whether or not IMPD would assist ICE in deportation efforts if asked. We know the executive order, but we've asked this question. If asked, will IMPD help? We have not gotten an answer. And I find it hard to bring somebody onto the show when they won't answer basic questions for us. You don't get to avoid topics. We talk about things. We can disagree. We can talk about things. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Chief Bailey made a video and got posted, right? This is from IMPD_chief. And this was the Indianapolis chief of police on Friday at about 2:30 in the afternoon.
Good afternoon, Indianapolis. It's another beautiful Friday. And as we head into the weekend, I want you to know that your police department is as committed as ever to keep you safe. But we need some help. We need some help from everyone in our community. Parents, guardians, aunts, uncles, cousins, mentors, anybody that has reach to young people in our community to send them a message of peace, a message of hope, that your life matters, that your choices matter, both for you and everyone around you. I'm asking and I'm begging that we have a peaceful and safe weekend, that everyone, no matter where you're at, no matter what neighborhood that you're in, no matter what environment that you're in, that you're able to have peace, and that we make it through this weekend with no one getting hurt.
That's part of what he said. Begging for peace. You have one dead and one injured after a shooting on the east side. You have 2 dead, an adult and a juvenile, after a shooting on the west side. And I might be missing some. With all due respect, Chief, begging is never a good look, and begging is not a policy. Begging is not a conversation had with church leaders or faith leaders or business leaders or parents. It's not. It just isn't. And I would love to say this is all on you, but it is absolutely not all on you. We have in Indianapolis a complete lack. Certainly, there's a morality issue that has gone to hell in a handbasket. It has. But we have a lack of cohesiveness to a conversation about how we make things better and how people change their approach. So we're not the people to be sending this message to. Or I should say a message like this doesn't actually connect. Begging doesn't get you anywhere. Our problems are greater. Our problems are deeper. We should address them honestly. Also, Chief, while you won't answer our questions, we're still going to try and engage. You shouldn't make videos like this. You look weak when you do this. That is not our interest. That is not our want. Nothing will get better in Indianapolis with touchy-feely pablum. Nothing. Doesn't matter what the city county council says. They're wrong, and you know it. So let's try a different approach. And let's try a different approach with the council. Well, Tony, we have to work with them. I could lose my job. Maybe, but right now you got to ask, are you even allowed to do your job the way you want? Yes, these 2 shootings don't make the totality of all the work that you do. Agreed. But every week, it's another ugly story. And now you've got the WNBA All-Star Game coming this weekend, and we're just going to brush things under the rug? Yeah, that's for the television cameras. Come Monday after that weekend, here we'll be with the issues. We should discuss this. Just answer our questions, and we could talk all day. Tony Katz, that is me. By the way, what's going on, everybody? 93 WIBC, good morning. You're looking for a house. Well, it's a good time to do it. But not everything is going perfect. Right now, some houses are staying on the market. And hiring the wrong sales agent is going to cost you time and money. Hire the expert who maximizes equity and sells fast. That expert realtor, that is Mark Dietel. Maybe what you're looking for is a fast, guaranteed, no-hassle home sale, but you don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Mark Dietel, the only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed-upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You just pick your move date. So easy to work with. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. John in Greencastle said, I just bought a home in Greencastle, and shortly after, my son moved to Fishers, which left me an hour away from family and 45 minutes from work. A big mistake, and I felt stuck since I had been in the home less than a year. I asked the Mark Dietel team for help, and they delivered big. My home sold in 14 days for the price I needed, and I could move closer to family and work. Guys, talk to the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended. The agent who guarantees your home sold or he'll buy it. That's Mark Dietel. Call today, 317-755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com. That is Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
Yeah, Tony, inbound 69 slows. 96th Street down to 82nd, and then northbound 65 a little bit slow from Raymond Street up to the South Split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at code RADIO at rapidradios.com for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
Jim Schrader, IT Director for Lakota and SMC Trailers and Viaggio Pontoon Boats, has a solid reason for selecting Applied Innovation.
With companies, the bottom line comes to dollars and cents. It really does. And when we consolidated all our printing needs with Applied, we got rid of all these onesies, twosies, desktops that we were having to take care of and got the big MFPs and strategically placed them.
And with the Applied Innovation Printing Solution,
we're saving about $25,000 a year between the three companies by doing that. And of course, everybody's like, oh, well, what if I need to print privately or this or that? You know, they've helped me set up private print, direct print, coded print, all that stuff.
You're sold on Applied Innovation.
If you're looking for great service, attentiveness, and a fantastic product, Applied is the place to go. Applied is Johnny on the spot, literally.
Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Gearing up for the popcorn moment. Brought to you by Booher Remodeling, Booher, BooherRemodeling.com. Your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement, if it's in the four walls, Booher takes care of it all. Excellent people doing excellent work. What is it that you're looking to get done? The kitchen, with the bathroom, you're like, what? I just need some tile. It's no. You need to rethink what it is you need out of a bathroom. Is everything in the place that it should be? Was it ever designed properly? Do you have that soaking tub and you're like, nobody soaks? Or do you not have the soaking tub and be like, I'd like to soak? I don't know what you're trying to do in your life, but you should talk to Booher about it. And you should actually get the value out of your home. Not just when you go to sell it, but as you live in it every single day. Booher Remodeling is there to help. Their 5-step process from the consultation to that final bit of finish ensures you get exactly what you're looking for and you know exactly what's happening. So they take all the stress out of the home renovation. They deal with the best materials, the best craftsmen. They stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. They're great people. They're right here. Talk to Booher Remodeling today. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling. 852-5546 or online at Booher. Booher. BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's the story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn because there is more. I have audio. Don't get me wrong, but if you will allow me, one must understand what is being said in this piece over at the New York Times, where it is clear and it is obvious that Joe Biden did not sign the pardons that he gave before leaving office. The New York Times reporting, Mr. Biden did not individually approve each name for the categorical pardons that applied to large numbers of people he and his aides confirmed. Rather, after extensive discussion of different possible criteria, he signed off on the standards he wanted to be used to determine which convicts would qualify for a reduction in sentence. This is a conversation about the auto pen, which I will agree is a massive story. We said so from the beginning. The idea that members of Biden's staff, like Neera Tanden, were simply able to put his signature on things does not make that a valid signature. It doesn't. What was Joe Biden aware of? We have absolutely no idea. What was this old man lacking in mental acuity aware of and his name going to? We have no idea. A cabal ran the nation, not Joe Biden. And yes, Corinne Jean-Pierre is guilty, and yes, Neera Tanden, and yes, Anthony Bernal, in my view, yes, Ron Klain, in my view, guilty people. Never mind that entire cabinet, including the smarmy Pete Buttigieg. Growing a beard will not shield you from the reality of what a gross human being you are while you lecture to the rest of us. See, we might disagree on policy, but I never was that close to a sitting president who was unaware of his surroundings and said, you know what? I'm going to say nothing, and maybe I'll get to run for president one day. You stand up for your country. You say that's a problem. Never forget that Congressman Dean Phillips is the bravest guy ever to come out of the Democratic Party, save for John Fetterman. I'm talking about the recent Democratic Party. That guy ran for president as a Democrat and said, Joe Biden's not capable. What are you, all out of your mind? Look at him. No, seriously, look at him. And Democrats said, to hell with you. People like Pete Buttigieg, in my view. Whether it's Buttigieg, whether it's Anthony Blinken, whether it's Lloyd Austin, any of those people. Alejandro Mayorkas, Javier Becerra, the worst people. Jennifer Granholm, ugly folk. Even after Mr. Biden made that decision, according to the New York Times, one former aide said the Bureau of Prisons kept providing additional information about specific inmates, resulting in small changes to the list. Rather than ask Mr. Biden to keep signing revised versions, his staff waited and then ran the final version through the auto pen, which they saw as a routine procedure. No. It is obvious that Joe Biden did not know the pardons or who the pardons were for, and he did not know what was in the pardon. He did not know who he was pardoning. He didn't know. End of ball game. It is an admission of the coup. This isn't a debate. We don't have another way to see this. A group of people, unelected, said, okay, we got an idea of what you want. Now you go have some pudding. We'll take care of the rest. And through their decision-making, not that of the duly elected president of the United States, they signed pardons utilizing a false signature. There is no pardon for Joe Biden. There's no pardon for Hunter Biden. None of these pardons. Put these people, whoever was able to leave prison, leave jail, put them back. There's no pardon. We either, to quote the left, we either believe in the Constitution or we don't. If you're okay with this from Joe Biden, that's the shredding of the Constitution. And I'm not quite sure how a lawsuit proceeds to fix, to correct this injustice. But it has to. The country was the victim of a coup. These are the facts. They cannot be denied. And I don't think we should just sit idly by and say, oh, well, that was too bad. Not at all. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
All right, Tony, looking at northbound 65, slow from Raymond up to the south split because of road construction on the south side. A crash southbound 65 at Edgewood Avenue. That is on the right shoulder. It looks like it's moving towards the Southport Road exit as they try to slide down there and get off the interstate. Inbound 69 now stop and go. 106th Street, 282nd. Northwest side northbound 465 slow from 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Engel Downtree Experts. From storm damage to deep root care, Engel Downtree Experts keep your tires strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit Engel Downtree Experts. That's visit EngelDowntreeExperts.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show this afternoon, 3:06. The biggest stories in Indy. Guy Relford joins us, and nobody's going to have more fun.
You guys have felt all the rain, seen all the rain, the storms that come through. How's your roof dealing with it all? You might want to get that checked, and that means calling Moss Roofing, the only call to make, family-owned, right here in central Indiana for over 30 years. Moss Roofing gives you something hard to find these days: honest work and peace of mind. Now, they've done work for me. They've actually done insulation work for me. Let them do roofing and siding work for you. They offer free inspections. We're talking about a real thorough checkup of your roof, siding, gutters, and windows. If there's storm damage, they're going to show you the photos. They're going to say, okay, here's how we can take care of it. Explain it all very clearly, and they'll even work with your insurance company for you. No stress, no pressure, just real professionals doing the job right. Talk to Moss Roofing today. Protect your home. Avoid bigger issues later. Call 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 747-3665, or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com.
From storm damage to deep root care, Engel Downtree Experts keep your trees strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit EngelDownTreeExperts.com.
Hey, it's Matt Bear for Concrete Exteriors. Beautify your home for summer. Give it a fresh look. Increase the value of your home with new siding by Concrete Exteriors. From James Hardy Fiber Cement Siding to a big array of vinyl siding colors and styles, the experienced pros at Concrete have all the right choices. Plus, a lifetime workmanship warranty and ways to meet your budget, helping you find the best fit for your heart and home. For your free estimate, call Concrete Exteriors at 317-ROOFING. That's 317-ROOFING, or visit concreteexteriors.com. Tell them I sent you.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like business owner Brian.
Yeah, Galaxy was great. We have a business where a lot of the service techs are working out in the field, and they'll come in and they'll have even some mud or something on our shoes. So if we're having a meeting, I needed a flooring that could stand up to that, but still look good as an office setting.
Well, if you own a home or a business, Galaxy Concrete Coatings got you covered.
Galaxy was great to work around our schedule. They were able to come in on a Saturday, and the job was completed over the weekend, and we were back in business, so we didn't miss a step.
Lots of styles to choose from, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
It's very nice looking. It's very durable. Really makes the room stand out and shine.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com now. That's Galaxy Concrete Coatings. And remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We're out of this world.
Galaxy was quick to respond. They were quick to give us a solution and quick to get it completed as well. And they're going to take care of you.
Nothing better than taking the
WIBC.
family out to a midsummer baseball game out at Victory Field. And my friends at AAA Hoosier Motor Club can help deliver on some big-time savings. They're partners with the Indianapolis Indians and sponsors of their fabulous Friday night fireworks. And if you're an Indians fan and a AAA member, you get all sorts of perks. $4 off tickets to all home games, plus 10% concessions and Indians Pro Shop discounts.
Yeah, going to Victory Field, always fun. Same with going on a vacation. And AAA members, you save when you have a membership. You get discounts on hotels, rental cars, and even complimentary travel planning. Plus, if you run into trouble out on the road, AAA has you covered. Flat tire, dead battery, run out of gas. AAA is there 24/7, 365, no matter where your travels take you. Join AAA today. Visit AAA.com, call 844-GO, AAA-GO, or stop by your local AAA office.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What the government is saying about ICE agents who were attacked. Your radar is clear. It's 72 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 86 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Michela's Corporation. Here's what's trending at 7:31.
They're inciting violence against our officers, as well as supporting and taking the sides of criminal aliens. And this is not what the American people voted for.
That's ICE Deputy Director Madison Sheehan on Fox News.
We're enforcing immigration law as it's written under the direction of Secretary Noem and President Trump. We will continue to do that, to go after the worst of the worst, to deport criminal aliens.
And the Department of Homeland Security says there's been a nearly 700% increase on attacks on ICE agents since President Trump started back in January. 2 victims and a suspect are dead after a shooting at a church in Lexington, Kentucky on Sunday.
A suspect got into a confrontation with a state police trooper at Lexington's Bluegrass Airport. The trooper got shot and hurt. The shooter carjacked a vehicle and wound up at Richmond Road Baptist Church, where he shot and killed 2 women. City Police Chief Lawrence Weathers got emotional while speaking to reporters.
Sometimes things happen. We just don't have a reason why. But we're going to be here for the people of Lexington.
The suspect was also killed, but police aren't giving full details about what happened yet. Jill NATO, Fox News.
New York mayor candidate Andrew Cuomo is keeping his hat in the ring as he vows to continue his campaign after his defeat in the Democratic primary. Many reports out this morning say he will launch a campaign as an independent candidate. The search for a missing Anderson man ended on Friday night. Here's John Herrick.
With the help of drone technology and tips from the community, police say the body of Jeremy Smith was discovered in a retention pond on Friday. Now investigators and the Madison County Coroner's Office are trying to figure out how he died. Smith was reported missing July 1st to Anderson police. After continued attempts to try and find him came up unsuccessful, they notified state police, who issued a silver alert July 10th. Smith was 37 years old. If you have any information, you're asked to call Anderson Police or Crime Stoppers. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You may have heard that police in Riverside, California were considering filing charges against Hall of Fame quarterback John Elway. Now they say that he won't face charges, and this is because of an investigation into one of his friends, Jeffrey Spurbeck, who died in January after falling off a golf cart that Elway was driving near a Stagecoach Country Music Festival. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Fever's recent success comes down to playing good defense. On Sunday, they shut down the Dallas Wings 102-83 by forcing tough shots, grabbing rebounds, and pushing the pace, says head coach Stephanie White.
For us to play in transition, we got to lock in on the defensive end, and the ball was moving. We were playing close to .5 basketball in that second quarter, and really, even though it was back and forth a little bit in the first quarter, I felt good about where we were offensively.
Indiana scored 64 points in the first half, the most by any team this season. They also tied a franchise record with 30 assists. Indiana plays the Connecticut Sun in Boston on Tuesday. Alex Palou is the winner at the Iowa Speedway on Sunday, his 7th win of the IndyCar season.
It's been incredible. It's been amazing. We cannot believe it. I have no words to describe the amazing people that we have in the team and the opportunity they're giving me. I cannot wait to get to Toronto next weekend.
And Palou chatting with IndyCar Radio after the victory. The next race is in Toronto. I'm Ryan Hedrick. On the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. What are you watching for us, Matt Bear?
I'm looking at the north split right now, Ryan. And northbound 65 is going to be slow coming out of that to West Street. And northbound 65 on the south side. Construction zone has a slow after South Keystone Avenue up to Raymond. Northwest side, northbound 465 stop and go from 86th Street up to 865. That's inbound 69. Time coming in from 106th Street. 282nd. Traffic sponsored by Ingledown Tree Services. From storm damage to deep root care, Ingledown Tree experts keep your tree strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit ingledowntreeexperts.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt Bear. Thank you. 70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. At the time is 7:36.
Hi, it's Steve Mann. Have you heard the commercials for the Mark Patrick Stop Smoking seminars? And they said only $49.99 and it could work for you. So I thought, that's not even a week's worth of smoking. So I went. And guess what? It did work for me. You know, my friends and family are still amazed. I quit smoking. I didn't have cravings, anxiety, or weight gain. Listen, I don't know how it works, but I know it works because I'm living proof, and it's 100% guaranteed. So what do you got to lose? I'll tell you what you got to lose. A very bad habit.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and stop smoking without cravings, irritability, or weight gain. Early bird special only $49.99 guaranteed. Don't just cut down, but stop smoking once and for all, or your money back. Seminar 8 p.m. on Thursday, July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville, or 2 p.m. on Saturday, August 2nd at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Registration 30 minutes before seminar. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com. That's markpatrickseminars.com.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, your art collection is now complete. Tony Katz. 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you during downtime. Clearing my head, getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. The Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Go get it. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It is so easy to do. Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text my name, Tony, to 46220. The Marketplace is odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff, cool stuff. I have bought, I have sold, I have done it all. Capitalism is good, and the communism sucks. These are just facts. And the Marketplace has got weirdo stuff. We bring some of that to you. Matt Bear joins me from the WIBC Traffic Center. Producer Carl is there behind the board. Matt Bear, I know you have an extensive art collection.
Yes, it's prolific.
Right, a prolific art collection.
So many things to buy.
Right. You've got Smokey and the Bandit in Velvet.
Yes.
Right. You've got Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory in Velvet.
Yeah.
Of course, you have all the leads from Porky's 2 in Velvet.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That's a tough one.
Right. But do you have angry smoking cat.
Meow.
Let me look here. This is at Tony Katz.
Yeah,
That's
so I
Tony Katz
posted it on the
X,
Twitter
okay.
X at Tony Katz.
Oh, okay.
This
Yeah, it's a cat smoking a cigarette. Yeah, dude. This is
it
a cool
is.
teenage
Cat
cat
smoking
here. Yeah.
a cigarette.
Uh-huh.
And it's 24 by 20 canvas print with nice black frame of an angry smoking cat.
Yeah, you owe this cat money. It's a loan shark of some sort. He's going to break your ankles in a dark alley and then tell your mom about it.
This is the look the cat has when it's asking the question, what do you mean Nigel's on vacation again? that is such a good deep cut. Come on, can I get a little something for that?
Carl,
Seriously,
yeah,
nothing?
Sure, yeah.
God, you guys suck.
I know.
I will admit to you that this is fantastic.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's a cat that's, it doesn't mind that it's destroying its health with the cigarette smoke. And at the same time, it's giving you a look like, man, oh, man, when you fall asleep, I am stealing your breath. And that's all there is to it.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Right to
gonna
the
get you while
center.
you're
And now it's a
sleeping.
black cat, kind of an orangey background, smoking a cigarette.
Don't walk underneath a ladder. It's a black cat. It's going to get you.
And it's got yellow eyes. It's just darting at you with just disgust and disappointment.
The yellow eyes are from the smoking, by the way.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
This cat is jaundiced.
The cat's, if you look at its right paw, it doesn't show this, but it also has the patch on. And it's, he's doing his best at the moment. But that's what he's angry about. He can't quit smoking, and I understand.
He's angry because the Republicans increased his taxes.
Oh, come on.
Right. This is a property tax cat.
Yeah, this
oh,
is
my
very-
God.
And tobacco.
Rob Kendall is a cat. We have found it. Matt Bear, this painting of the cat is $50.
Ooh, that's not bad for this, man. Oh, that's got me thinking. I just don't know if I'd hang it in my apartment because I don't want people to come in and be like, this guy's promoting smoking cigarettes. I don't want to be the guy, I don't want to be the Marlboro man and be like, hey, go have a smoke with my cat in the picture.
Would this work in the studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Anything will work at the studio. We haven't cleaned it in 25 years. Put
That's why I stopped showing up.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, I'm getting tetanus just by sitting in this chair at the moment. It's
absolutely.
Yeah.
I settle down. I think honestly, who gave Carl authority?
Carl
there's
did.
a part of me that thinks that we should purchase this. There's a part of me that thinks that this is just the kind of stupid you need in your life.
I will go in halvesies with you on this if you put it on your camera behind you.
You want me to put it in the studio here?
Yeah, so you can see it on camera on your
Like
the
put it
YouTube
back
channel
there?
that you can see right now. Yeah, I think.
By the way, what do you think of the new studio look?
I think it's awesome. I think you did a great job, and I think you put it together well. I did notice that. It's really, really cool, and I'm jealous, and I think I might hate you because of it, because you have one. But
smoking cat right there, right? Maybe. By the way, I'm pointing with the bad arm, and that didn't work out well at all.
what are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know. Listen, it's there on Marketplace. I'll keep an eye on it for a couple days. I'll save it. Keep an eye out for a couple days. See if we can't make a deal, Matt.
Smoking.
See if we can, especially if we're gonna go in halvesies.
I like to smoke, and I'm a cat.
Right? Meow.
I just love to smoke.
Oh, this feels so good.
Yeah, I had a stressful day. I have my cigarette here.
I look at Suzanne Plachette as a role model. Oh.
It's not a cigarette unless it's a Lucky Strike without a filter.
Also, we're so hip and current here that we reference Suzanne Plachette.
More where that came from, baby. All day.
Right. Christopher in the chat room says we should get the picture. It should be called Smoking Cats.
Oh, yeah.
Low hanging fruit.
Huh?
Yeah, okay. I like it.
All right. All right. Offers will be made. We'll see. We'll see. And yes, chat room, Mike Pence used to sit in this very chair.
Oh,
that is correct.
Yes.
That's where we've come to.
The one I'm in.
You're welcome.
Still warm and comfy from the former governor's buttocks.
You are. You are.
It's
so
really
very
firm.
welcome.
He's got a firm
What did
one.
you say?
It's firm. I'm just saying. I've been up close and personal with him before.
I know you have, and he still talks about it. All right, I'm going to do more radio now.
All right, I thought that. Okay.
Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Get $1,000 off your new AC system. Talk to Masters Heating and Cooling today. Excellent people, excellent quality. They have done the work for me. They've replaced part of my system, serviced my system. My house is cool and comfortable no matter what this summer is bringing. Talk to Masters Heating and Cooling about getting $1,000 off a new AC system. We're talking about a full system replacement. Restrictions apply. Call for details and find out more. They do it all. They'll take care of the service, 24/7 emergency service as well. And they have got financing that starts at 0% for up to 60 months with a qualified system purchase. Masters Heating and Cooling. Fantastic people. Dave, the general manager, the entire team, they know how to take care of you. They've taken care of me. Call right now, 317-567-9505. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-567-9505. Masters Heating and Cooling. 567-9505 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's happening?
Northbound 65 south side, slow after South Keystone Avenue, up to the south split because of construction. Northwest side, northbound 465, stop and go from 86th Street up to 865. Inbound 69 slows from 106th Street to 82nd, and westbound 70 slow after Rural over the flyover ramp to Meridian Penn. Inbound 65, a little bit tight from MLK down to West Street. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Fill your tank. Don't drain your wallet. Sam's Club lets you save time at the pump with Scan and Go checkout at Sam's Club fuel stations. Just scan the QR code on the pump and pay. Visit your local Sam's Club today.
Why do so many foundation, basement, and crawl space companies ask for half your money up front? Could it be because that's easier to get than earning all your trust? At the Michaelis Corporation, they believe trust is earned, not demanded. That's why they do things differently. They start with a free inspection, no strings attached, to give you an honest assessment of what your home needs. No pressure, no surprises. When it's time for the work, they don't ask for a deposit or any upfront payment. Not a single dollar until the job is complete and you're 100% satisfied. That's how they've been earning trust for over 39 years. Whether it's sagging floors, moisture control, concrete repair, or a full crawl space encapsulation, you can count on Michaelis for repairs that last. Don't trust just anyone with your home. Choose the company that puts your trust first. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY today. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. The Michaelis Corporation, building trust beneath your feet.
You know, sometimes dealing with home service contractors can be frustrating, whether it's missed appointments, sloppy workmanship, or just a general sense of indifference about helping you. Frustrating hardly describes that experience, Hammer.
And that's why we want to welcome a new advertiser to the Hammer and Nigel family, somebody you're going to be hearing quite a bit about in the coming months, Victor's Home Solutions.
Victor's installs the highest quality roofs available for your home, and they take all those negative stereotypes and turn them on their head.
They start with the basics, prompt, follow-up, showing up to appointments on time. And then they go above and beyond with installation teams that are so skilled, so precise, that Victor's is able to offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install.
5-star customer service and perfect installation. You're going to be really impressed with Victor's. They're the only roofer Hammer and I recommend to our listeners. It all starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. Call 1-866-VICTORS or Victors.com.
Traffic and body pain can slow you down. But don't let the pain stop you. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief, so you can keep moving. Use as directed.
Recovery is a journey, and no one walks it alone. The Supporting Sobriety podcast helps friends and families understand addiction, offer support, and care for themselves along the way. Hosted by Matt Baer and Ryan Hedrick. Find it wherever you get your podcasts.
You're going to be announcing sanctions on Russia tomorrow?
We're going to see what we will see tomorrow, okay? We have the Secretary General. As you know, Europe has announced sanctions. But I am very disappointed with President Putin. You know, I thought he was somebody that meant what he said, and he'll talk so beautifully, and then he'll bomb people at night. We don't like that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
I'm not surprised you don't like that. I get that you don't like that. I'm not quite sure how you ever trusted Vladimir Putin, but hey, neither here nor there, huh? Right? Just one of those things, I guess. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. The president and others are doing a really good job of not letting go of the Epstein file story. He's doubling down. Full protection for Pam Bondi. What's going on with my boys, and in some cases, gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's doing a fantastic job. We're on one team, MAGA, and I don't like what's happening. We have a perfect administration, the talk of the world, and selfish people are trying to hurt it all over a guy who never dies, Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, well, the president's just wrong here, and it's a very rare example of just flat-out tone deafness. It is. It's completely tone deaf, and I will say this of the right-leaning bloggers, I will say this of the right-leaning radio hosts, pundits, everybody else who is screaming, why are we paying attention to Jeffrey Epstein? You sound like Bill Kristol. You can't vote for Trump. You can't do this. I'm conservatism. I'll tell you what's a conservative. The people were told something, and they know that it's wrong to traffic children. I'm not saying that any of these hosts and any of these writers and pundits believe that it's okay to traffic children. I'm not making that argument. But they've decided that this story isn't as important as other stories. And it isn't a question about ranking them. It's that what we're told is we're not allowed to have the story now. We're not allowed to talk about it. All of a sudden, it doesn't matter. And that's not true. And when you decide to tell the very large audience of people on the political right who have their own minds and their own thoughts and their own philosophies that what you thought mattered didn't because we said so, you sound like Bill Kristol. It's ridiculous. You should stop. You sound like crazy people. And I only hope you hear from your audiences saying, what the hell do you think you're talking about? Of course it matters. Of course it matters. If only because Pam Bondi told us she had the information. She had stuff sitting on her desk. She handed out binders to so-called, what were they? That's right, influencers. And now it's nothing. Now it doesn't matter. Stop it. Stop it. I was done with the story. I said so. If I can't get the President of the United States to share this information, well, then I can't get it done. If I can't get Trump to do it, it can't be done. And they're still talking about it. Still talking about it. The people want to know who in our government was involved in sex trafficking with Jeffrey Epstein. Now there's none? Tone deaf from the president. Rare stuff. He doesn't miss like that. But tone deaf. Now, for the argument of, oh, he's not releasing it because he's in the Epstein files. If Donald Trump was in the Epstein files, the Biden administration or whoever was running that program would have released the stuff then. You didn't want him to win. You put all these indictments against him. You weren't going to release that bit of information? Honey, boo-boo. Stop it. I don't know who's in these things. I don't know who is in the island. But we, of course, should know. And some people need to go to jail. No, wait. Anybody on that island needs to go to jail. The end. And if we're somehow going to believe this isn't the case, if we're somehow going to believe that it doesn't matter, ridiculous from people, some of my fellow hosts. I'm not talking about on WIBC, from fellow pundits and others. Ridiculous stuff. And I think a real betrayal to an audience. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh wait, forget we even discussed it. Forget it. Why? Because President Trump says not to discuss it anymore. He works for us. Doesn't stop the fact that the border is going great. Doesn't stop the fact that we still have a disagreement about tariffs. It doesn't stop the fact that we're now going to be arming Ukraine. It doesn't stop the fact that he did incredible work with Iran. And he's done incredible work in the Middle East. It doesn't stop the fact that he understands the threat of China. It doesn't stop the fact that I'm glad I voted for him. He's just wrong. And he works for us. The loyalty comes to us, not us to him. I don't know why that's shocking. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matt?
West side crash, southbound 465 before Sam Jones. Pushed to the left shoulder, slow down. Back to Washington Street, US 40. Northbound 65 south side slow after Keystone up to the south split because of road construction. Traffic sponsored by Ingledown Tree Experts. From storm damage to deep root care, Ingledown Tree Experts keep your tree strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit ingledowntreeexperts.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Applied Innovation customer Alicia Staley, office manager for McEnany Roofing, has reduced dependency on paper with a document management solution from Applied Innovation.
So it makes looking for documents pretty much effortless.
With this paperless solution and improved workflow, you recommend Applied Innovation?
Oh yes, I like to talk to a lot of different people. I'm the social butterfly, so as much as I can spread how wonderful they are, I definitely do. And I've never had such prompt customer service and care like this with any other company.
Your slogan, Innovative Solutions Since 1985, is perfect for your Applied Innovation partnership.
There's a lot of benefits. I have to say, number one, definitely a great partnership. Two, financial-wise, we have saved a lot of money by signing up with Applied Innovation.
Start your partnership and save money. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit applieddinnovation.com.
Guys, you got to download this new app. The leaders in TRT, Synergen X, and Low T Center have this new app called the Synergen X Health app. Hey, look, if you've been struggling to choose where to go for TRT, look no further than the Synergen X app and the Low T Center. With this new health app, it's superior innovation in healthcare technology you won't find anywhere else. You can book appointments, view lab results, you get face-to-face telehealth visits. Taking control of your health right now has never been easier.
And at the Low T Center, it really is your one-stop shop for all things men's health, performance weight loss medication. And, of course, they specialize in testosterone issues. They can have treatments shipped directly to your home. Download the Synergen X Health app or book an appointment today by visiting fixmylowt.com. Fixmylowt.com. Most major health insurance is accepted. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Summer's in full swing, so come get that hot summer deal at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get $20,000 off select 2024 Lincoln Navigators, plus 0% for 72 months. Or lease a new 2025 Lincoln Corsair for just $499 per month at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP $110,425. Corsair MSRP $53,915. $3,500 due at lease signing. 0 security deposit. 36 months. 10,500 miles per year. Offers good through 7/31/2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
History returns with the Brickyard 400 at the famed 2.5-mile oval, celebrating NASCAR's roots at the racing capital of the world. Brickyard weekend starts Thursday, July 24th with the Indiana Sprint Week race, with sprint cars running on the IMS dirt track for the first time ever. Saturday, July 26th, get ready for action with the NASCAR Xfinity Series Pennzoil 250. Then Sunday, July 27th, the NASCAR Cup Series Brickyard 400, presented by PPG, returns to the oval of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Buy now and save at IMS.com.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers, and sometimes it's an overworked accountant
who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock, because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Quality Supply and Tool, your premier supplier of construction equipment, tools, and supplies, is looking for drivers to serve out of their Indianapolis location. They're currently accepting applications for both CDL and non-CDL drivers. Quality Supply and Tool offers competitive pay to qualified applicants. Please contact Brian Myers for more information at 317-690-2016. That's Brian Myers at Quality Supply and Tool, 317-690-2016. 317-690-2016.
Hammer and Nigel show this afternoon, 3:06. The biggest stories in Indy. Guy Relford joins us, and nobody's going to have more fun.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, the top stories of the morning. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 8 o'clock.
He's very disappointed with Russia's leader. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what President Trump says ahead of a meeting this morning with the head of NATO, readying more military aid for Ukraine. Fox's Peter Ducey's at the White House.
The Russians keep getting more and more aggressive, so now President Trump is teasing a 1-2 punch to hit Putin where it hurts. Some new sanctions for Russia, some new weapons for Ukraine. The new plan is for the U.S. to send weapons to NATO and for NATO to reimburse the United States for the cost of these weapons on their way to Ukraine.
I haven't agreed on the number yet, but they're going to have some because they do need protection. But the European Union is paying for it.
This as the U.S. Special Envoy Keith Kellogg visits Ukraine today, holding talks with President Volodymyr Zelensky, who just said they were productive. China might not like this, but the U.S. and 18 other countries are playing war games in Australia, the biggest joint military drills there ever. They're in mourning in Massachusetts, where a fire ripped through an assisted living facility last night, killing 9 people, injuring dozens more. Fall River Fire Chief Jeffrey Bacon says it could have been worse.
The police department, fire department, and EMS were able to enact dozens of rescues to save multiple lives.
3 people, including a state trooper, recovering in Lexington, Kentucky, the day after a gunman fled a traffic stop, stole a car, then drove to a church and shot 2 women dead and wounded 2 others until police killed him. More heavy rain, more flooding in Texas, but nothing like the disaster more than a week ago in the Kerrville area, where Fox Weather's Katie Byrne reports.
Mandatory evacuations about 80 miles north of us, with rivers and creeks once again rising quickly. Texas Governor Greg Abbott confirmed dozens of Texans were rescued in the Lampasas area there. By yesterday afternoon, though, crews here were told they could resume the search for so many still missing from last weekend's flash flooding that claimed the lives of 129 people. That search is still happening in miles of riverbanks and in the water.
America's listening to Fox.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
There may be hope for a decades-old cold case in Franklin. Your radar is clear. It's 70 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 86 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. You may recall the case of Baby Hope, an infant found stabbed to death in a trash can in Franklin back in 1994. Nearly 30 years later, police plan to provide an update on the case this morning. 2 boys who were searching for aluminum cans to discover the baby's body. The community helped provide a proper burial for Baby Hope at Green Lawn Cemetery. There is a press conference scheduled for 9 a.m. today. It's been a little more than a year since somebody tried to kill then presidential candidate Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania.
He's not deterred. He's focused on the job, being the president and saving our great country. None of those fears are going to prevent Donald Trump from going out and holding rallies and being the public figure that he is.
U.S. Senator Jim Banks.
In that one moment, it sums it up, but I've seen those moments from Donald Trump over and over again. They try to knock him down all the time. He always stands back up on his feet.
Last week, the Secret Service suspended 6 employees without pay while facing questions about security failures related to that shooting. A protest took place during Sunday's service at Indianapolis's Sure Foundation Baptist Church, which some say have called for the death penalty against LGBTQ plus people.
That church doubled down on their message that the queer community should be forced to commit suicide. That message came in an almost 2-hour sermon with homophobic slurs. This time, though, the sound of protesters joined the chorus in opposition.
Came here to attend the worship service.
Charlize Jameson drove down all the way from Muncie, hoping to peacefully sit in on Sure Foundation Baptist Church's service. A transgender Christian woman watched our story about the Northwest Side Church and thought she'd come and listen for herself.
I'm almost 70, and I've been a Christian most all of my life, and I'm bothered by the vitriol and the hate that's come out of this.
That's Wish TV's Kyla Russell reporting. Physician assistant Megan Kaser with Optum Primary Care in Carmel says a sports physical can help identify health conditions that could impact a child's participation in a sport before they begin their season.
It's recommended for kids to see their pediatrician, for a routine well child visit to check for any signs of an underlying heart condition, mental health concerns.
And Kaser recommends doing so when temperatures are at their lowest and drinking plenty of water because it's going to be hot, hot, hot this weekend. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:05, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
West side crash, southbound 465 between Washington and Sam Jones Expressway. It's on the left shoulder, causing a little bit of a slow through the crash site. Westbound 70 coming in from the east side, slows before rural through the north, split out to Meridian Pen. Northbound 65 on the south side, construction slowdown after South Keystone Avenue past Raymond. Southbound 65, 70 drags before Washington Street to the south split. Northwest side, northbound 465 slow, 86th Street up to 865. East side, northbound 465 tightens up after 70 up to Penn Pike. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push to talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage for a limited time. Get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. We'll look for partly cloudy skies throughout the day today. There is a very slim chance we could see an isolated shower south of I-70 later this afternoon, but otherwise it's going to be warm and humid once again with temps in the mid-80s. Tonight, partly cloudy skies possible. It's going to be mild and a little bit on the muggy side with low temperatures in the lower 70s. Tomorrow, much of the same, partly cloudy. A spotty shower or thunderstorm could be possible into the afternoon and evening hours. Temps will be into the mid-80s, but feels like temperatures will likely be into the lower 90s.
That is Tara Hastings right there of Wish TV. Tara, thank you. We've got 70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 8:06. So the argument being made is that Alligator Alcatraz is inhumane. And look at how terrible these people are being treated. My gosh, they have to brush their teeth and use the bathroom in the same spot. It's not the same water. It's called a bathroom. The vast majority of Americans in the same room, I believe that's the Latin term, producer Carl. I believe that's what I've done right there. In that same room, that's where they are also brushing their teeth. Most probably not at the same time. And yet, people like Debbie Wasserman Schultz are all sorts of outraged that this is happening. I'm going to state again for the record. The political left does not know how to connect to another human being. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Alligator Alcatraz is this place in Florida where the Attorney General said, we've got this spot. We can put it together kind of quickly to hold 5,000 beds. You can hold illegal immigrants there, and then they can be deported. We can get this done. And all of a sudden it was like, you know what? Like it, make it happen. Boom, they got this thing done in days. You know the place is air conditioned, right? What is the issue? You tell me, Representative Wasserman Schultz.
What we saw, the conditions that we saw inside this internment camp, which it is nothing less than that description, were really appalling. I'll walk you through just a few of the really egregious, disturbing, disgusting conditions. They are using cages. These detainees are living in cages. The pictures that you've seen don't do it justice. They are essentially packed into cages, wall-to-wall humans, 32 detainees per cage. That is the only thing inside those cages are their bunk beds, and there are 3 tiny toilets that are toilet units that have a sink attached to it.
You mean like a prison? This conversation moves no one. The whole cages thing, it moves no one. We're not impressed. We're not there. I'm going to say it again. They don't know how to connect with anybody who isn't already ideologically with them. And the people who are ideologically with them, very violent, outrageously violent people. So, here we are. Alligator Alcatraz is here. There are now discussions of building more of these around the country. Listen, I don't know if they're if you don't need to build them, there's no point in building them. Right? And yes, chat room, if you want to know about cages and people in cages, go talk to Barack Obama. This is one of the reasons why the argument falls so incredibly flat. I don't know if you need to build more. I don't know if it's necessary or not. But the move to remove people in the country illegally from the country, this is the right move. And then if people want to come back, let it be legal. Let us know who they are. Let it be vetted. Let us make sure they are up to our caliber. We decide, not them, and not Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Another reminder that Election Day is November 3rd, 2026. And you need to be prepared. And you need to show up. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning.
The Voice of Health Minute with Dr. Robert Prather of Holistic Integration. Let's talk about the role of the endocrine system and what it plays in the health of the skin.
It's interesting because acne usually kicks off at puberty. And there's a reason. It's because the endocrine system is not working properly. An imbalance in the endocrine system will result in acne. I had a gal come in from Minnesota with acne. We were able to get her under control, but it was all endocrine. And it's crazy that you couldn't find somebody, closer to really be able to get that balanced out. But we have very specific natural types of products. And it was not only was her acne, but she said my whole health is different. I came in for my skin problem, but then I saw everything come back. She said I had anxiety, I had some depression, and all that cleared up also.
The Voice of Health with Dr. Robert Prather, Sundays at 8 p.m. or anytime at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
It's now open. PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg, right in front of Premier Arms on Green Street. You got to see the selection. Newly expanded, the gold, the diamonds, the silver, the gemstones, the local artists, and of course, that watch collection. Guys, you got to trust me on this one right here. PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg, 317-456-4010. That's 456-4010. Or find them online at pajewelers.jewelry. That's pajewelers.jewelry.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning. Owner Jim Scott is based in Clinton County, but they're now serving a larger area.
Boone County and Hamilton County, there are just not enough HVAC contractors in those areas to handle the demand. So we can offer a value for them because of our 5-star rating, family-owned, quality.
On the north side, give Jim's a call at 765-601-1461. Jim's is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's up?
All right, looking at the west side, it's a crash. Southbound 465 before Sam Jones Expressway, blocking the left shoulder. Westbound 70 slow after rural, over the flyover in the north split and out to Meridian Penn. East side, northbound 465 slow from 70M to Penn Pike. And reminder, the exit ramp on the northeast side, it's eastbound 465 to Benford Boulevard. That's shut down until September 9th, mid-September, as we've lost that ramp here for the next couple of months. Again, it's eastbound 465 to Benford. That ramp is closed. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Service. Is water damaging your home? Contact Indiana Foundation Service, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at indianafoundationservice.com. Licensed in all 50 states where work is performed. I'm Matt Bear with Traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Tune in to the Absolute Retirement Planning Show.
When retirement comes about, we're now relying on what we have saved to meet those needs.
Sundays at 9 a.m. right here on 93 WIBC.
Stay near home with Home Court Advantage for your heart. Rated #1 in Indiana 2 years in a row by Health Grades. Franciscan Health offers top-rated cardiac care because every heartbeat is extraordinary. Learn more at franciscanhealth.org/heartcare.
A shooting took place in Kentucky over the weekend, where there was a shooting that took place at an airport. The suspect shooting a state trooper at an airport called the Bluegrass Airport, then headed to a church firing on congregants. 2 women were killed. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. The suspect is now dead. There are a lot of tweets, other things out there describing who this suspect is. I have not seen it yet in an actual news report. I'm not saying that it is wrong, that it's a guy who converted, a guy wearing a keffiyeh, a Free Palestine type. By the way, if you're wearing a keffiyeh, it's support of Hamas. If you ask me, that's my take. I don't apologize for it. I say this about Jesse Brown of the Indianapolis City County Council. I say this of anybody. What my issue is that, you know, there are from some places on social media where I know, like, and trust, and I and I have faith in their in their reporting and their capabilities. It's just weird that I haven't seen it in other places. I haven't seen it from some of the rational news sources that I utilize. It could very well be, of course, that the reason you don't see this is because they don't want you to know everything. They don't want you to know all of the story, because if you know all of the story, you might then rush to judgment. This is true of the Nashville shooter. This is true of a whole host of things. It shows a real lack of faith in the American people to be able to look at a story. It shows a hatred for the American people, that you don't give them all the information and show that there are levels of connection and connectivity. There is violence out there, and there are certain people engaged in the violence. I didn't say you had to know it yesterday when this shooting took place. I'm asking whether or not you're showing all the information as you do know it. You want to wait to get details? I am really down with that. One should. You're purposely holding back details. Well, that's something very, very different. We'll follow that story. Meanwhile, Superman took in $112 million in its opening weekend. This was the woke Superman. I don't know, truth, justice, and the human way. What the hell is the human way? Honestly, what in the world is possibly the human way? I've seen what humans do, and I'm not interested in being China nor being Hamas. So what the hell is the human way? Talk about stupid. Sean Gunn, James Gunn, they couldn't answer this question. There's nobody in the DC world who could possibly answer the question of what the heck the human way means. Madness. So, U.S. and Canada opening weekend, 122 million. Oh, U.S. and Canada. I'm sorry, do we? As a matter of just understanding, do we usually include Canadian gross into U.S. into how it does at the box office? Right? Are we discussing North American box office? Wouldn't that be North American? But just the U.S. and Canada, odd. Including foreign ticket sales, $217 million globally is who it is. And by the way, I'm not saying the movie's good or bad. Claudia in the chat room says the movie was excellent. Okay. I'm glad. I've heard differing opinions. Everyone's got its own thoughts on it. But I'm sorry. Truth, justice, and the human way is not a thing. It's just not. Can't explain it. It's ridiculous silliness. So we're clear. People do love their superhero movies. I do agree. Superman is the most boring of the superheroes. Too powerful. He's too powerful. You don't want a superhero who's too powerful. You want somebody who can fail, who can lose, and yet fights back. Right? Somebody said he's a god with an allergy to kryptonite. Like that's really who he is. It's actually a pretty good take. And then there is a story. It is over there at TonyKatz.com. This is a fascinating COVID case. I had not heard of it. This was over at the BBC. U.S. drops charges against doctor accused of destroying COVID vaccines. And I said, okay, tell me more. I want to, what is this that we're looking at here? Pam Bondi, she's the Attorney General, says charges will be dropped against a doctor accused of destroying COVID-19 vaccines worth $28,000. I don't know why you're destroying COVID vaccines, but it gets a little deeper. Not only accused of destroying the vaccines, distributing fake vaccination records cards and giving children saline shots instead of the vaccine at their parents' request. Oh, so here was a doctor who recognized that the people of the CDC were absolute animals and said, I'm not doing this to my patients, but they need a vaccine card in order to be able to live their lives. You know, you have to show your papers in a progressive world, so I'm going to take care of them. Oh, my. That's something. The doctor in this case, Michael Kirk Moore Jr., he gave his patients a choice when the federal government refused to do so. This is Pam Bondi smacking around Merrick Garland. He was accused of providing fraudulently completed vaccination certificates for more than 1,900 doses, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office in Utah in 2023. They were allegedly provided without administering the vaccine for a charge of $50, wait for it, in exchange for direct cash payments or donations to a specific charity. Huh. I had not heard of this case, and this is deep. Because here's a doctor who said, this information is bunk. I'm not going to play around with this. I'm not going to do this to my patients, but I'm going to make sure that they've got these ridiculous cards so they can go live their lives. Is that an act of heroism? Is that an act of defiance? Even if it's an act of heroism or defiance, do you still get to keep your medical license? I mean, if you're willing to sacrifice, you got to actually be willing to sacrifice. In what other context could we see something like this, and could we come to a different conclusion? You hear this and you're like, good on the doctor. But there's this little creeping of, wait a second, what else does this mean? And where else is this happening? And what else do some doctors not like? This is an interesting story, a little bit to flesh out here. Maybe we'll get to this on Tony Katz today at noon. Stories from the BBC. You can find it at TonyKatz.com. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matt?
All right, Tony, east side northbound 465 slow from 72 Penn Pike. Eastbound 465 north side slows out of 865 over to Meridian 31. Westbound lanes also dragging a bit from Meridian to Michigan. And northbound 65 slow out of the north split to Meridian Penn. Traffic sponsored by Ingledow Tree Experts. From storm damage to deep root care, Ingledow Tree Experts keep your tree strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit IngledowTreeExperts.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
I'm sure someone in the government will do something stupid. We'll tell you about it Monday.
Join us 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Are you struggling with bad feet? Hi, this is Phoebe, and at the Good Feet store, we hear a lot about foot, knee, hip, and back pain. I'd like you to hear what Kelsey, a kinesiologist, has to say about the Good Feet Arch Support System.
As an exercise specialist, I've seen all kinds of things that people try to put in their shoes to get out of pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that they support all 4 arches in the foot.
So, did you know you had 4 arches in each foot? Most shoes and inserts only support 1. Maybe that's the reason all the remedies you've tried in the past just didn't work.
When the foot's placed in the ideal position, everything else up the kinetic chain works better. You have better balance, more energy, you're gonna feel better. Being able to move freely and out of pain means everything to me, and good movement starts with the feet.
We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall or in Greenwood, just off the 65. Learn more at goodfeet.com. Good Feet Arch Supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Book an appointment for your free personalized fitting at goodfeet.com or just stop in. Walk-ins are welcome, helping people live pain-free 2 feet at a time.
Citizens, since we each upgraded to Xfinity in our homes, the Wi-Fi has been booming. It's fair to say our town has officially become a boomtown.
Mayor, will I be able to drop into multiplayer gaming battles with low lag?
The lag won't be an issue, but your questionable skills may be.
And what if I have hundreds of devices on the Wi-Fi? Purely hypothetical.
Seems like a lot, but sure, hundreds of devices all booming together with the Xfinity Gateway. Yes, friends and neighbors, with Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Now get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best-in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed. All in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract. All with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with X5 Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
You'll be one smart cookie when you try Bluebell Cookie Cake Ice Cream. A sweet cream ice cream loaded with chocolate chip cookie cake pieces and swirls of chocolate and vanilla icing. This cookie cake ice cream really takes the cake.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell Ice Cream at your local grocer and pick up your favorite flavor today. From storm damage to deep root care, Ingledow Tree Experts keep your trees strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
It's hot out there.
The weather's hot.
It's really hot.
But the headlines, they are even hotter.
Massive precision strikes.
This was about being clandestine. End the nuclear capability of Iran.
The news of the day is heating up.
Things have gotten super hot out there.
Iran is run by homicidal maniac crazy people.
Stay cool.
Angry at the basketball gods.
Stay informed.
This isn't the way that it was supposed to go down.
Stay with 93 WIBC. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
9 people dead in a fire. Your radar is clear. It's 70 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. We're going up to 85 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31. It happened at an assisted living facility late night last night in Massachusetts.
It's horrible. I mean, this is the kind of thing you don't want in the middle of July, Sunday night, and the city explodes around a tragedy like this. It's not good for anybody.
And that is Paul Coogan, mayor of Fall River.
The police department, fire department, and EMS were able to enact dozens of rescues to save multiple lives in this case.
And that's Fire Chief Jeffrey Bacon talking about the aftermath. They're still looking into this. President Trump is expected to host NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte at the White House today after teasing a major announcement regarding Russia's war with Ukraine.
The Russians keep getting more and more aggressive, so now President Trump is teasing a 1-2 punch to hit Putin where it hurts. Some new sanctions for Russia, some new weapons for Ukraine. The new plan is for the U.S. to send weapons to NATO and for NATO to reimburse the United States for the cost of these weapons on their way to Ukraine.
I haven't agreed on the number yet, but they're going to have some, because they do need protection, but the European Union is paying for it. We're not paying anything for it, but we will send it. It'll be business for us, and we will send them Patriots, which they desperately need.
The president's first order of business today is going to be that Oval Office meeting with the NATO Secretary General.
And that's Fox's Peter Ducey reporting from the White House this morning. If you follow Elmo on X, you may have been surprised reading some of his posts on Sunday.
Elmo is not anti-Semitic or racist, despite what you may have seen on the social media site X on Sunday. The Sesame Street character's X account was reportedly hacked before a slew of offensive posts started emerging on Elmo's page. That has more than 646,000 followers, some of them tearing into President Trump. Others were anti-Semitic or racist in nature. Sesame Workshop spokesperson confirming to Fox News Digital that it was the dirty work of an unknown hacker. All of the egregious posts have since been deleted. Sue Guzman, Fox News.
Well, July 13th of 25 came and went, but July 13th of 24 is a date you may soon never forget. U.S. Senator Jim Banks certainly won't. He said his phone started ringing that afternoon after a bullet grazed then presidential candidate Donald Trump.
Still 1 year later, we don't know enough about the man who tried to kill Donald Trump, if others were involved. There certainly hasn't been enough transparency, but President Trump is focused on saving our country and getting our country back on track.
And police say Thomas Matthew Crooks fired 8 shots, nearly killing Trump. Banks says we do need more oversight when it comes to the U.S. Secret Service. And sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Fever have won 2 games in a row after Sunday's blowout win against the Dallas Wings. Final score 102-83. Caitlin Clark, 14 points, 13 assists. Just one of 5 Fever players in double figures.
30 assists on 40 made shots is about as good as it's going to get. That's really impressive, and I think it just shows the selflessness of this group is you're just trying to find your teammate, trying to get to the next action, trying to give up a good shot for a great shot.
And the Fever dishing out 30 assists, which tied a franchise record. They play in Boston against the Connecticut Sun on Tuesday, and the WNBA All-Star Game is on the 19th. Alex Palou picking up his 7th win of the IndyCar season at the Iowa Speedway, helped out by a well-timed caution.
What an incredible weekend for us, getting the pole, getting the win today, fighting and going through traffic. It's true that strategy helped us a little bit there, but it's awesome to get another win.
Speaking with IndyCar Radio, he is the first driver to win 7 of his first 12 races of the season since Al Unser Jr. did it in 1994. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:35, traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
It's happening, Ryan. Looking at the east side, northbound 465 slow from 70 up to East 56. And on the north side, westbound 465 tightens up from Meridian over to Michigan. Those eastbound lanes slow from Michigan over to Meridian. And the flyover ramp down the North Split flyover ramp slow from westbound 70 to northbound 65, tied out to Meridian Street Penn. Traffic sponsored by Ingledow Tree Experts. From storm damage to deep root care, Ingledow Tree Experts keep your tree strong, safe, and beautiful. Call today or visit ingledowntreeexperts.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
71 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Actually, 72. The time is 8:36.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What is happening? Dow futures down 112. NASDAQ futures are down 50. Bitcoin going above 120,000. So you got that happening in your life. West Texas crude is up. Oil price up $69.40 a barrel. And the Brent crude is over $70. Now it's $71.30. Haven't seen it yet at the pump. Might this week. 10-year Treasury note, 4.43. There was a story out of the Wall Street Journal that I didn't think was to any extent a specific surprise. And if you follow me there at TonyKatz.com, you saw I wrote about it yesterday, the stubborn economy. And it was a Wall Street Journal poll, but it was a Newsmax story, I should say. And the poll stated that economists now forecast a lower recession risk, cooler inflationary pressure, and stronger job growth and creation. But consumers are continuing to spend. The mood has clearly shifted from bold to careful. And I don't think it's weird that the Wall Street Journal would say such a thing. I think that's exactly what the kind of stuff they say. I think that's things people in the market would say or economists would say, etc. The tariffs have not increased inflation. Inflation is continuing to trend downward. So things can be seen as good, but people are still not so sure. So there's some cautious optimism, and they're taking it easy. I think the most interesting story is that people are still spending. They're still going to restaurants. They're still going to retail. And that whole argument gets super weird. Tariffs increase costs, yet we're not seeing inflationary pressure. Tariffs have taken in a tremendous number of dollars, yet people still have money for the other things. Their dollar is actually going further? Are they spending more on less things? They said, okay, here's what we really value, and this is where they're spending? Where exactly is credit card debt? Because at last look, we were at $1.12 trillion. Yes, $1.21 trillion. That's it. Yeah, the high was 1.2 trillion. Sorry, I'm making sure I've got the number right. And according to this, which is a mix of sources, total credit card debt declined to 1.18 trillion first quarter of 2025. First of all, 1.18 trillion. That's a huge amount. And credit card rates are through the roof. And we know insurance rates are through the roof. We're not just talking about what you're paying for property taxes, property insurance, car insurance, all these things have gone up. I find it maddening that people are still spending. I go right ahead. It's just how? The tariffs increase costs, but it hasn't increased inflation. All right, that's really interesting. It's interesting that is working. Right? Solid. Trump has gotten lucky on that. This is why he wants the interest rates down. And oh man, the pressure's on Jerome Powell to resign every which way but loose. He said just yesterday, Trump did when he was in New Jersey, I want him to quit. I don't know if he's going to quit, but he should quit. He's terrible. Maybe the debt on the credit cards is going up. Why would it have gone down? Or people are paying off their credit card debt? All of a sudden, there's a level of responsibility taking place? Or did debt just get written off the books because people aren't paying it because this whole concept of doom spending is real? I'll take a good economy. I would love one. And I said a couple weeks ago, I think we've gotten to the point where people are like, yeah, tariffs, we don't care. And I do believe that part is accurate. But I don't think that means that they feel like they've got this unlimited expendable income. I was having a cigar with a friend over the weekend. Shocking. I had a cigar. We were discussing what we spend on cigars. And this is kind of what we do. And you guys know that I am absolutely willing to spend. The idea that I spend $30 on a cigar is not strange. The idea I spend $50 on a cigar is not strange. I will absolutely do it to try the thing. On the average, my choice in cigar, my price level has gone down tremendously because this is getting ridiculous. The prices of the everyday cigars, not something special, rare, unique, has gone up because of tariffs and because of other issues. I am now completely price conscious, which is not me at all. When it comes to a cigar, sure, if there's something I really want to try, I'm done. I'll do it. But on the daily, I am totally aware. If I'm aware, and on this one subject, you guys know I do eat, drink, smoke. I mean, we do it. The show's doing pretty dang well. If I'm paying attention to this, I make the assumption that on this thing that is a job and a passion and a hobby, and I love the creativity. If I'm paying attention on this subject, everybody else has got to be paying attention on some other subject, and overall, that should be driving spending down, and it's not. I am confused. And I wonder if the doom spending conversation has come back. I'm going to dig into this on Tony Katz today. This week, I'm going to get with EJ and Tony. I'll get with Dr. Matt Will. I'll get with Charles Payne. Maybe they can make sense of it. If you've got a thought, Tony@TonyKatz.com. I am all ears. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Fill your tank. Don't drain your wallet. Sam's Club lets you save time at the pump with Scan and Go checkout at Sam's Club fuel stations. Just scan the QR code on the pump and pay. Visit your local Sam's Club today.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for Exercise Inc. I've been working out there now for nearly 2 decades, and let me tell you, it works. I'm in my 70s now, and I'm doing things on the farm that I couldn't even do in my 40s. Lifting and carrying, working the way I want to, without worrying if my body can keep up. Now that's real strength. That's real results. What makes Exercise Inc. different? Well, it's the people. The professional staff, many with over 15 years of experience, know exactly how to guide me, support me, and push me to be my very strongest because they know what works. It only takes 20 minutes a week. No wasted time, no crowded gyms, just real results. If you're tired of feeling weaker, if you want more energy and strength for everyday life, give this a try. The consultation is free, and I can promise you it's worth it. Exercise Inc. It's helped me stay strong for nearly 20 years. They can help you too. Go to exerciseinc.com today to sign up. They've got locations in Avon, Brownsburg, Zionsville, and Greenwood, and in Fishers too. That's exerciseinc.com.
Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth. I imagine your retirement dreams look a lot different than mine. Unless you're planning on moving to the Canary Islands, okay? We have different goals and goals that require their own unique plans. That's where Trajan Wealth's fiduciary advisors come in. Hello, let Trajan Wealth help you craft a plan that will meet your goals. Call Trajan Wealth today, 317-480-4040, or visit TrajanWealth.com. Your first appointment is free. Trajan can really help you with all of your money matters. Well, treating you like family. That's why I hired Trajan. Their approach to my wants and needs made me feel at ease. It offered peace of mind. Call the team I work with at Trajan Wealth to help you develop a plan that will meet your financial goals and offer you the same thing, peace of mind. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear. What is up?
What's happening, Tony? Looking at northbound 65 slow out of the north split to Meridian Penn. East side northbound 465 slow after 70 up to Penn Pike. Eastbound 465 on the north side slow. Michigan Road over to Meridian 31. A little bit of a slow in the construction zone on the south side. It's not awful this morning. Northbound 65 mostly moving up to speed through the construction, which is 45 miles per hour. That's right around Keystone Avenue where we slowed down. After that, we're good. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time, what's the time? The time is 8:46.
Summer's in full swing, so come get that hot summer deal at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get $20,000 off select 2024 Lincoln Navigators, plus 0% for 72 months. Or lease a new 2025 Lincoln Corsair for just $499 per month at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP $110,425. Corsair MSRP $53,915. $3,500 due at lease signing. 0 security deposit. 36 months. 10,500 miles per year. Offers good through 7/31/2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
More tariffs later, tornadoes possible.
WIBC.com gives you more than just headlines. It's context, updates, and insight. Whether you're at work, on the move, or catching up late, the latest is already there. Stay in the know while you're on the go at WIBC.com.
Oh, come on! You know this. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here is how we play our game. I know this. I know this. It's a cop show. It's a... So here's how we play our game. Producer Carl picks a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what that show is, right? Picks television's theme song. I have to guess what it is. And the chat room had it before I got it. This is the theme to Ironside. So is that a cop show or is that a lawyer show?
I'm not really sure. I just know he's in a wheelchair because he's been shot.
Right. Which is a weird start because it's more like sci-fi-ish. There it's a weird intro. Always was. But yes, that was it was what it was. So Ironside was a cop? Crime drama. Okay, so wait, was he a cop or was he a lawyer? Chief of detectives. Okay. All right, now I got it under control.
Didn't that actor do a goofy movie with another actor? Was the man with two heads?
Raymond Burr?
Yeah, I think so. The chat room would know.
Well, the chat room knows many, many things because they don't get out much.
I'm going to look it up.
Right? Wait, was Raymond Burr Ironside? Yeah. Yeah, he was Ironside. He was also Perry Mason. That's how I know him. Which is weird. I know the show from earlier in his career. So I don't know the answer to your question, but I'm going to move on now.
Okay.
Because I have no idea. On Tony Katz today at noon, what is President Trump going to do regarding weapons to Ukraine? And what does this mean for America's future? We will have that story. And then, of course, Elmo cursing out the Jews. His account was hacked, and there is just... Oh, it is precious, the bigotry right there. And then we'll get into this speech from Tucker Carlson over at the Turning Point event in Tampa, the Student Action Summit. Bad speech and bad look for Turning Point. And I don't blame Charlie Kirk for it. It's not his fault. You invited the biggest names. There are thousands of students. They showed up. Right? These people showed up to talk. Of course, they wanted to be there. But this whole speech of, when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein, we should be clear. No one's talking about the fact that this guy probably worked for another foreign government, and that foreign government is Israel. But you can't say Israel because then you get called a bigot. That's my Tucker. That wasn't bad. That wasn't a bad impression of Tucker. The weirdest thing is that the guy has always been very nice to me, and I feel I feel like it should be said. And I think that the things he's saying now are nutty. And not nutty, flat out ridiculous. You do an interview with Vladimir Putin, I think it totally makes sense. You tell me that Russia has better supermarkets than the United States, you're being ridiculous. You want to tell me that the Epstein files don't matter? Well, we'll disagree about the thing, but you're allowed an opinion. I think you're wrong, and I've stated why. You think the Jeffrey Epstein files aren't released because he's an agent of Mossad? I'm sorry. You're a conspiratorial freak. You're a freak. That's all. So I don't know what you're supposed to do with this information. I don't know how you're supposed to engage this stuff. But what I do know is that he gave a speech that sounded like it could have come from Ocasio-Cortez or Ilhan Omar or a host of others. It was bad. Now, some people claimed that there were people walking out during the speech. I looked at that video, and I just thought that was natural movement of people coming in, coming out. The video I saw doesn't show me 1,000 people left. No, I heard people cheering. That's my concern. It is not a conversation regarding policy. To state that you don't think that money should go to Israel for, foreign aid. That's a policy conversation. Jeffrey Epstein was in Mossad. Honestly, that's Nick Fuentes, Jackson Hinkle, freak show stuff. That's internet freak show stuff. And if Tucker wants to go full internet freak show, he's more than welcome to. But I'm not going along with it. I think it's a bad look for Kirk. I think it's a bad look for the organization. And then Tucker goes on with Alex Clark, who's spent time on radio here in Indianapolis. She does an online show, Culture Apothecary. She had this idea, and she went with it and built it into something pretty interesting. And he's like, Fox News is anti-Christian, and nicotine is good for you. Now, first things first. There's a whole bunch of us who smoke cigars who absolutely believe the reason we never got COVID too bad is because we smoke cigars and it kept the COVID away. Right? I have no science for that except generalized belief. I have no idea if nicotine keeps you healthy. He says it does. Okay, fine. Honestly, knock yourself out. I feel that way about COVID, though, and cigars. Fox is anti-Christian? I don't know. That sounds like something that you'd say because you are angry at the former employer. I mean, just some basis, please, for that one. Is there anti-Christian sentiment in the world? In America? In the media? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely there is. Different subject, see? The stuff Tucker's doing, I don't know what he's doing, man. It's not a good look. And I'm not following. I'll catch you guys at noon. Hope you'll catch me then. Right now, Matt Bear has traffic.
All right, Tony, looking at inbound 69. Slow down from 96.